Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another live stream. We have double game week 25. I feel a bit unprepared. I'm not going to lie, chat. Before I get into that, I did wake up a little bit late. I don't know why, but I'm going to blame Mrs. Raptor. But it wasn't her fault. But I just hit snooze on the alarm repeatedly, and then I looked up expecting. I was planning waking up at 7:30, and I was like, it will probably be like 10 to 8 or quarter to 8. I think I've snoozed like a couple of times, and it was 8:27. So I woke up 31 minutes ago. Quick maths with FPL Raptor. So there we go. That's the situation we have today. But good morning. Yeah, game week 25, double game week 25. It's been that way for a while now. And I was just watching your last video. Lol. Good. So you're here now. Why is this like this? Do you think I know what I'm doing with streaming now? But apparently I don't. Yeah, so double game week. I haven't made my transfers yet. I am guaranteed, and I know I said this before and I didn't, but I'm guaranteed to take a -4. And I am 30 to 40% likely to take a -8. So it will definitely be a -4. How's the Invisalign going? As you can tell, I still have a lisp. But it's good, look. My teeth are straight-ish. So thank you. I think I'm finished in like March, April time. So we should see. We should see. X-Min's issue. Facts. Already got a super chat from Josh, so I'll quickly answer that. Trent Walker and Solanke out. That Walker out for Bradley, Maguire, and KDB for a -8, or Trent to Van Dijk and Solanke to Tony for a -4. I prefer that. Yeah, I would go for the Trent and Solanke, Van Dijk and Solanke moves. Hi Ross, only here for 15 minutes before a 70k cycle. You absolute sicko! What a legend. Go for it. Enjoy it. I couldn't think of anything worse. My bum and coccyx would be so bruised. Every time I cycle, it hurts my bony bum. Right. This is my team. Bloody defensive injuries, man. Like Pedro Porro and Trent. I've been dealing with Taylor and Powell in recent weeks as well. Just give me a defender that is not injured for once in my life. But there we are. FPL isn't always easy, is it? So I think to simplify where I'm at with my team, Trent is going to become Ake, I think. And then it's probably either Pedro Porro to Van Dijk or a keeper to Kelleher. I think that will be it. But there is part of me that's tempted to shift funds around and get Palmer or Richarlison to KDB. So yeah, that's the situation we're at. I'm almost certain, though, it will be Trent to Van Dijk, and then it's like a 50-50 at the moment between do I bring in Kelleher or do I bring in Van Dijk? I think Van Dijk's obviously got the higher ceiling. So I'm kind of like, I'm wanting to bring in Van Dijk for that reason. I think he could score a header. We know that Burnley are very susceptible to conceding from set pieces. So I kind of like the idea of bringing in Van Dijk for that reason. But I'm removing Porro, and therefore I'm not really helping myself going into game week 29. Whereas with Kelleher, I can keep Porro, assuming that he's back for 29. I can just hold him until he's back, and it just gets me one extra player by then, because I think otherwise I'm just going to want to bring in more Spurs assets later down the line. So I feel like the Kelleher transfer gets me closer, and I'm very sorry to anyone Irish. I hope I'm saying Kelleher correctly. I won't try and pronounce his first name, though. Will we see the Will today? We will absolutely see the Will today. It's critical. The Will's going to help me a lot. The Will. Sophie Lopez has been a member for 5 months. I appreciate you very much, Sophie. Thank you. Good morning, Ross. Good morning. FPL Try says, all good, Ross. All good? You all good? All good? Mr. Birthday Boy from yesterday. Passing your test, having your birthday, 50th, 40th in the world. Having a good time lately. Mark says, you and me both, Raptor. Was this about waking up late? What was this about? I'll assume so. You don't have to wake up early, though. You could... listen, this is going to sound a bit of a creepy question. Who's watching me in bed right now? I guarantee most of you. I mean, Mrs. Raptor is quite literally watching me in bed right now as well. So you don't have to... You don't have to get out of bed. I have to. I have a big light shining in my face. I have to be awake and ready. Have you seen the new Klopp quotes on Salah this morning? No, Marcus. Could you link them in the chat, please? Or let me know where they're posted. And I'll take a look in a second. Sam in bed, Emma in bed, Cody in bed, half asleep still. Yeah, everyone's in bed. That's not creepy at all with that 2,300 people are watching me in bed. No, not at all. Okay, yeah. So I need to discuss this, but I'm trying to find a way to do it respectfully and tastefully. So yes, Erling Haaland's grandma passed away on the 10th of February, and it is suggested that her funeral is next week. I believe after the game against Brentford. But yes, his minutes could be reduced as a result, but I wouldn't imagine so. My understanding is that, assuming that he can, which he should be able to with a private jet, play the Brentford game and then go to the funeral, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't play both games. So I understand the worry. And if maybe you weren't that tempted to play the triple captaincy chip anyway, you just leave it. But I'm so convinced that if he plays both, it's the best chance, then I'm going to go for it. Ross, I've DM'd you the Klopp quote. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Let me have a look. Was it on Discord you've DM'd me? Let me have a look. I'll bring that up now. Apparently there are new Klopp quotes out this morning. Klopp on Salah. He wants to get started immediately, and so yeah, let's see. Obviously, when you have 2 re-injuries and the next one is coming back, you must definitely not be too early, but we are not too early with him. Everyone is convinced about that. So, okay, one sec. I need to open the whole thing. Let me bring this up for you, actually, chat. It's anything LFC, right? That's, I swear to God. Getting a leak that Salah starts is going to cause so much mayhem. Right, anything LFC, it was this account here posted. Why have I blocked them? That's awkward. That's awkward on the stream. Oh, I remember. They posted fake team news about Liverpool. Anyway, I'll bring them up for the quote at least. This is the quote. Are we sure the quote's correct if they've posted fake team news? I guess multiple people are. So, Klopp on Salah. He wants to get started immediately, and so, yeah, let's see. Obviously, when you have 2 re-injuries and the next one is coming back, he must definitely not be too early, but we are not too early with him. Everyone is convinced about that, so we can go for it. Oh, dear. That does sound like a start, doesn't it? That does sound like a start. I don't know. Chat, what do you think? I mean, we're going to get the news, but if we're expecting it to happen, it might be good to start preparing for that. Let's have a think. I don't think we can trust Klopp fully, though. I think might be Marcus just said that. I don't trust Klopp fully. Right, let me get these couple of super chats done because I realise I missed them. Bernardo to Silva. What? Bernardo to Silva, A to KDB or roll? James, what on earth is going on with this sentence? Bernardo do Silva, A to KDB or roll? Good lord. I assume this is just Bernardo Silva to KDB or roll. I would do it if you can do it for free in one move, yeah. I would. So Harris says, contemplating a -8 hit to replace McNeil with Jota. Did -4 of Ake, VVD, and Kelleher after the call. Midfield includes Palmer, Gordon, KDB, Louise. McNeil to Jota for a hit is so worth it. Yeah, I would just go for that, absolutely. I'd go for that. Jordan says, good morning, Ross. Should I use bench boost? Bench is Dubravka, Hwang, Van Heck, Van der Ven. I mean, Van der Ven's not keeping a clean sheet with both fullbacks out. Hwang's minutes might not be the most secure. Van Heck, it's close. It is close. If you've got another transfer to maybe just improve Van der Ven for this week, maybe you could do well, actually. Do you know what? I would be tempted. That's like right on the borderline. So if you feel like it's maybe not the best opportunity to triple captain and you're comfortable not triple captaining Haaland, then I don't mind the bench boost. I think for anyone that is tempted by the bench boost, you also do need to consider how much you think Haaland is the best triple captain. Because it's not just about the bench boost. It's also bench boost versus triple captain this week. Bradley starts, Salah bench, everyone is saying. Is there a team? Oh, it's the leak going around, isn't it? Yeah, there is a leaked team going around. But, I mean, it's just a random screenshot from someone from like a WhatsApp chat. I could have typed it and screenshotted that, so I'm not fully convinced by that yet. But maybe that, to be fair, it does look like the likely team. W Stream says, good morning, Ross. Do you think Areola to Kelleher is worth the -4? My other goalie is Martinez. By the way, I'm watching you in bed. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, considering you've got Emmy, he plays in 26 and 29, you won't need Areola. So is Areola to Kelleher worth it? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it is. I wouldn't mind that at all. I would suggest if you don't own someone like an Emmy Martinez as well, don't sell Areola. Because Areola plays in blank game week 26 and he plays in blank game week 29. So if your keeper situation is something like mine, you definitely don't sell Areola, you sell Dubravka. Doughty versus Dallo points prediction, according to you, till game week 28. It's a great question. Including game week 28, I would expect Doughty to outscore Dallo. I guess it depends who plays in 29, though, as well, unless you're free hitting in 29. But yeah, I would expect Doughty, with the extra fixtures and the extra attacking threat, to probably outscore him. But he's only got one extra fixture, hasn't he? He's only got the one extra fixture. So it depends how your team's set up for 26 as well. Unfortunately, I can still give advice in these weeks, but it is so difficult because I don't know your strategy. I don't know how many players you have in these blank game weeks and stuff like that. Lewis says, Porro, Trent, Konsa and Palmer to De Bruyne, Dallo, Bradley and Doughty for a -12. Would you recommend different defenders? I would also bench boost if I did this. Okay, so you're removing Porro, Trent and Konsa, who are all injured, and Palmer. Looks easy peasy, yeah. De Bruyne, Dallo, Bradley and Doughty for a -12. Sounds perfect, mate. Honestly. I mean, you could even go Maguire instead of Dallo if you want to save some pennies for the future. I love it. No issue. I mean, I would wait, maybe try and wait for confirmation that Bradley starts, because if he doesn't... I mean, if Bradley doesn't start, you could do something like Maguire instead of Dallo and then upgrade Bradley a little bit. That might be useful. I mean, if you've got a spare City slot, you could go for Ake. But yeah, I would wait for some early team news. I think we will get some early Liverpool team news for sure. Not for sure. 80% sure. Emma says, play Trippier or Solanke? Oh, definitely Solanke for me. Yeah, I would expect Newcastle to concede, which is part of the reason I've currently got the Bravka on the bench. But I might buy Kelleher anyway, so. Callum says, Richarlison and Trent to KDB and Doughty -4, or Trent to Ake for free? Oh, that's a really tough one. I would want to keep Richarlison, so I would lean towards Trent to Ake. You definitely don't need to hold on to your Spurs assets, by the way. But I just think if you're not planning to free hit in 29, you are correct. Like, I went through and planned every single week last night if I sell Porro and sell Richarlison, or I just sell one of them. And it's just putting yourself in a really bad position moving forward. Unless you just want to commit to to free hit in 29. I was chatting to Mrs. Raptor about that last night. Like, it could be you just make some moves and just go, you know what, I'll probably just free hit in 29, which is absolutely fine. It is not a bad move. It's a really nice week to free hit. I don't mind it at all. But if you can save the free hit in 29, having a free hit in 34 or 37 can be really useful. And to re-explain why that is the reason, the doubles in 34 are likely to be very different to the doubles in 37. I think, unless Liverpool progress in certain competitions, I don't think there'll be many teams that double in 34 and also double in 37. So you're basically going to have two completely different teams in 34 and 37. So what you could do is wildcard in 30 for the probable doubles in 34 and then free hit in 37, for example. So I don't mind free hit 29, but I also think if you can save it, it may well be worthwhile. Hi, Ross. If any games go to a replay, when will we find out who blanks in 29, or is the fifth round extra time and pens? Can you confirm this for me in the chat, please? This is one of the benefits about live streaming. I'm about 90% sure there are no FA Cup replays in the 5th round. If someone can Google that and then let me know in the chat. I don't think we have FA Cup 5th round replays. By the way, already 4,000 people watching right now. If you are watching and you're enjoying, please do smash that like button. And more importantly, make sure to subscribe as well. If you're not yet subscribed. If you subscribe, by the way, it allows you to ask questions in the chat as well. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. When would you free hit instead of triple captain? I'm set for 26 and 29. There you go, Bex. I just answered that. Probably. I think at the moment 37. I'm leaning towards more. But 34 will be both a blank and a double. And considering it's going to be a blank and a double, free hit could be useful in that week because obviously you can remove the blankers and get extra doublers. So maybe, depending on when you plan on wildcarding, 34. But it'll be 34 or 37. I think the only remaining free hits that make sense are 26, 29, 34 and 37. You could, and I've seen some people do this in the past quite well, free hit in game week 38 and just basically load up on players and teams that have stuff to play for. So you could also use the free hit in 38 too, but I prefer it in a double or a blank. Anesh says, mate, do you plan on going without Salah until you wildcard? And you've been a member for 28 months, Anesh. That is wild, 28 months. So thank you. Yes, I will not own Salah until 31 or 30. I'm almost sure of that. Unless we get a leak that he starts today and I panic and buy him. I'll show you my plan for getting Salah in a second. I could buy Salah today. I could be convinced. No Haaland here. Hold the triple captain or go with KDB or Foden. I'd play it on Solanke, I think. I think I prefer Solanke in 28 to KDB in 25, just because I just don't know if either KDB or Foden are going to start both. I don't know that I feel fully convinced. Yeah. Right, let me just... Yeah, no fifth round replays. Thanks to everyone that confirmed that, by the way, in the chat. That's very useful for me. Cool. I'll show you in a second. Yeah, I'll show you in a second my routes to both KDB and Salah. Because it's possible. And it's specifically the route to KDB isn't that bad, actually. The route to Salah's not ideal. But I can get to both of them with only a -8. Gareth says, 1 a.m. here in California. Lovely stuff. I'd like to go to California. I'd love to go. I've not actually been to North America at all. So I would like to. Love the content, Ross. Would you take a -4 for Trent to Virgil or Gabriel? Already on a -4, only 10 playing without the -8. I'd bring in Gabriel. I think if you don't yet own Gabriel, in the next 4 game weeks, he's got Burnley, Sheffield United and Brentford. I mean, the Newcastle fixture from a defensive point of view isn't great. But those 3 fixtures, just like 2 of them banker clean sheets. They feel like anyway. And they could keep a clean sheet against Newcastle. And there is a chance that Gabriel plays in 29. I just think if you don't yet have Gabriel, he's just been such brilliant value this season. I'll just go for it. Daniel says, morning, Ross. How are you? I'm good, thank you, Daniel. I need your opinion. I have Trent and Stones. Okay. Do I do Trent and Stones to Van Dijk and Ake? B, Trent and Stones to Gordon and Van Dijk? Oh, Trent, Stones and Gordon, to Van Dijk, Gabriel and Foden. Yeah, I like that one. I quite like B. I know that's going to be a big boy -8, but I quite like that. I like Van Dijk, Gabriel and Foden coming in just looks brilliant. I would go that one. Also, I have Jota. Will he start both? No, my prediction is no, but I don't know that. I think some people are like, oh my God, Salah's back now, so Jota can never start. But it could be Darwin that misses one. Jota has been shown on various occasions to be preferred as the number 9. We could see a situation where Jota starts both as the 9, Darwin starts one on the left, Diaz starts one on the left, and Salah starts both or something like that, if Salah's fit. So I think Jota starts at least 1, potentially even 2, but my prediction would be that he misses the Luton game. It just feels like a game, considering he's only just come back from injury, you've got to remember, and he's played pretty much every available minute for them since. It feels like a good opportunity to be preventative with his fitness and just give him a little bit of a rest. But there is definitely a world in which Jota starts both. Again, people seem to be just almost confirming that he's not going to start both, when I don't think that's the case. Are you bringing in Kelleher? It'll be Kelleher or Van Dijk. It'll be Kelleher or Van Dijk. Yeah, the reason that we think there'll be rest against Luton is it is directly before the Carabao Cup final. So 3 days after the Luton game, Liverpool play against Chelsea. So I got unlucky and transferred in Alisson after taking a hit. Should I keep him or take another hit and get Kelleher? Areola is my other keeper. I would just ignore the fact that you've already taken a hit for Alisson. Do you think Kelleher outscores Areola by 4 points? That's the question you should ask. So is Kelleher, and obviously you would sell Alisson, not Areola, but is Kelleher going to outscore Areola? That's the question I need to ask myself. Chat, what is the answer to that question? Is Kelleher going to outscore Areola by 4 points this week? Because that is it. I don't want Kelleher beyond this. I'll be playing Areola after that pretty much, and maybe 27 if Alisson's still injured. That's the only question I need to ask myself is does Kelleher get more than 4 points more than Areola this week? And I guess it comes down to whether you think Areola keeps a clean sheet or not. Because if he does, it's going to be very difficult. What do people think? No, yes, nah, think so. I'm kind of leaning there like, think he could. How long is Alisson out for? We didn't actually get a time frame, I don't think, but he's going for a scan this weekend. And I guess people are assuming if he's going for a scan this weekend, he's not going to be fit for Luton next week. Unless the scan comes back all clear and he's fine. I suppose there is a little bit of a risk there that the injury isn't as bad as first feared. Ray says, hey Ross, I have 8 double game weekers. Wow. Including Haaland, Ake, Tony, Darwin, Jota, Foden. But which 2 do I bench between Gabriel, Gross, and Richarlison, Reguilon, and Doughty? Help. I mean, you might be in a bench boost situation there, Ray. If you're benching 2 of those. I wouldn't bench Gross and I wouldn't bench Richarlison. So it's one of Gabriel, Reguilon, or Doughty you have to start. I'd bench Reguilon, and I'd be a straight shootout between Gabriel and Doughty as to who to start. I think I'd start Gabriel. I think I'd bench Reguilon and Doughty, but if you're in that position, maybe you do bench boost. Triple captain Darwin instead of Haaland for the differential. I just wouldn't care about the differential. With me, with my chips, I'm not doing different things with my chips. I'm trying to get the most points for my bench boost. I'm trying to get the most points for my triple captain, most points for my free hit. If I think the most points that I can get with the triple captain, because all you get is just one extra lot of points for your captain in a given week. If I think the most points that I'm going to get is Haaland, I'll triple captain Haaland. I do understand what you mean, though. If you're like 3 million, you're like, I need something big here. But probably at 3 million rank or 2 million rank or 1 million rank, not many people will be playing their triple captain anyway. Because they probably would have either already played it or, and this sounds really harsh, but they might not even be playing at this point. You might be playing against teams that might not even have Haaland. I just think that the triple captainship is already a bit of a differential. Just play it in the week you think you get the most points. Could Darwin outscore Haaland? I was going to say absolutely. Maybe not. Probably. There is an opportunity there given the fixtures, but I just triple captain Haaland. Unless you really don't fancy Haaland this week. Mark says, hey man, Trent, Guardiola, Richarlison and Strakosha to Ake, Gabriel, KDB and Kelleher for a -12. Yeah, that might be. The only thing I don't like about that is removing Richarlison, but you are gaining Ake, Gabriel, KDB for next week, so you're sorting yourself out for 26 as well. That is a big, big hit. But it kind of feels like one which might end up paying off. I guess it depends who your bench options are. If you don't make those moves, who have you got coming on for the likes of Guardiola and Trent? Could you, for example, just do Trent and Guardiola to Ake and Gabriel? And then maybe even Kelleher in for Strakosha. Like, do you have to do the KDB in for a Richarlison move? I don't know. That's the one I'm a little bit more unsure about. Dubravka to Kelleher for a -4. Is that worth it? I have Areola second. That's exactly that. I can't answer that decision at the moment because I'm currently debating that. Is it worth doing Dubravka to Kelleher? Basically, again, the decision is simply, is Kelleher going to outscore Areola by more than 4 points? Which we're unsure about at the moment. Lots of questions about Kelleher. Kelleher for a non-playing keeper this week or roll and play Areola. If I don't roll, I take a -4 next week to get 11 players. Yeah, I'll just do it. I think I'll do it. I'm going to do it unless I decide to bring in Van Dijk instead, and then obviously I can't do it. But I can almost definitely confirm to you there will be a Liverpool defender coming in for me. It will be Kelleher or Van Dijk. Darshil says, which defender would you get for Porro? It would mean that I bench Estepinian. Thoughts? I would just play Estepinian. I wouldn't be doing it because you have to bring Porro back probably, or you have to bring another. It's not for me. I would just play Estepinian. Porro, Trent, Palmer out. Perfect. Van Dijk, Gabriel, and Douglas Luiz in. Yeah, don't mind that. I mean, you're losing Porro, but you're gaining Douglas Luiz in game week 29. So you're not making your team any weaker for 29. You're gaining Gabriel and Douglas Luiz for 26, which gives you 2 more players for 26. Yeah, looks good, Kesh. By the way, unless you tell me otherwise in your questions, I'm assuming that you are not free hitting in 26 or 29. So when you're saying, should I bring in Douglas Luiz? Immediately my brain's like, great, you've got an extra player for 26 and an extra player for 29. If you are free hitting in 29, please let me know in your questions because it will allow me to think differently. Like if you want to add a little bit about when you play your chips, it obviously allows me to answer the question a little bit better. Sorry, I am a little bit behind on the super chats because they're piling in today. So do give me some time, but I'm going to answer them all. Wildcard 26, can you do a draft? Maybe, yeah, next week. I won't do it on the stream, obviously, because we don't need to. But there may be a video next week where I look at... Do you know what? I'll probably look at wildcard and free hit. There might be like a wildcard and free hit draft. By the way, over 5,000 people here. Hello, welcome. If you are new, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you like the stream as well. It does go a long way for me. I do appreciate it. KDB to Gordon for free. People always ask these questions in such a weird way that you flip the players. I assume you mean Gordon's KDB for free. Yes, I would do that. Although, we know Gordon is good at home. And Newcastle haven't struggled with scoring goals. They've just been shipping them for fun. Pete says, Ake, Reguilon, Saliba and Darwin in for a -4. For a -4 next week. What is happening? Or Reguilon, Saliba and KDB in for no hit next week. Need both defender transfers due to injury and play in 26. Okay. Oh, that's a tough one. I think I prefer the Reguilon, Saliba, and KDB for no hit. Just about. But if you have a feeling about Darwin, which I kind of think he could do quite well this week, then maybe the first options are the ones to go for. Which will you suggest? Okay, Palmer to KD. Let me know if you're bringing in KDB this week, chat. I'm feeling a little bit of FOMO around KDB. Palmer to KDB and Porro to Van Dijk for a -4, or Palmer to Salah and Porro to Ake for a -4. I have the cash for Palmer to KDB Salah for free. I prefer, for this week alone, I think I prefer KDB and Van Dijk. Oh, I think I just prefer KDB and Van Dijk, you know. Yeah, I would prefer that option. Unless we get news that Salah starts and you want to take that risk. I guess we really do need to wait until 10:30, 11:15 when we get some, hopefully, Liverpool team news. If we don't, I don't know that you can move for Salah. I know those clops from quote. I'm tired. I know those quotes from Klopp. That's a tongue twister of him, isn't it? I know those quotes from Klopp that came out this morning where he said that he thinks Salah is ready to start and we could chuck him straight back in. But it's Klopp. He's playing mind games. He's making them prepare for a scenario where Salah starts. It gives the tacticians and the analysts at the club different things to think about. Now Brentford are having to prepare for a possibility that Salah starts. So I think it's mind games from Klopp. I just don't think they can chuck him straight in, but maybe. Trent and Richarlison to Bradley and Saka. Yeah. I do like that because Saka, I think, is better than Richarlison at the moment. Trippier to Van Dijk. Yep, looks good on paper, but I don't know the rest of your team. But just looking at that single transfer, I like it. If we get team news that Salah starts before the deadline and you had enough in the bank to simply go from Jota straight to Salah, would you consider it? Only if we get news that Jota doesn't start. Because I think if Jota starts, he is a brilliant option as well. But if it's Salah starts and Jota doesn't, if that's the case, I will probably sell Jota for Salah. Oh, but then Jota probably starts the Luton game. I would be tempted. Chat, do you think that's a good option? If let's say, I'm just trying to prepare for all hypothetical situations here. Let's say we get a situation where Diogo Jota doesn't start and Salah does start. What do we think? Triple captain Gross for a single fixture. It's brave, could work. I wouldn't do it in a million years, but no, keep Jota. Everyone sees. I guess you would get the Luton at home game, and you'll probably get like 20 to 30 minutes off the bench against Brentford. Yeah, so you're still probably getting maybe even as many as 120 minutes of Jota. So yeah, maybe that doesn't make sense. Thanks for sense checking me, chat. You're always very useful. Richarlison to Jota for a -4. Already have Darwin. I don't know. No. I actually... I just think Richarlison's a player you're going to want to own from 27 onwards. I just think that puts you in a position where you want to bring him back in. I wouldn't do that now, no. Is Alisson Becker really injured? Klopp said he was fine. He got injured in the training session after the press conference. So, yeah, he was fine, but then he picked up a hamstring injury. Hi, Mr. Raptor. I own Gabriel, considering Dubravka out, Raya in for that nice Arsenal double defence, but that would be a Game Week 27 move. Terrific content. Thank you very much. That only works for me if you're free hitting in 29. Because unless, and we will find this out, but unless Arsenal play in 29, you're not really getting him for that many. You'll get him for 27, 28, and then he's benched, or he won't play in 29. But yes, I do think that double Arsenal defence will be great for the rest of the season. I will almost definitely have that probably on my wildcard as well. Whether that be Raya and Gabriel or Gabriel and Saliba. Hassan says Martinelli to Saka and Palmer to Foden for a -4. Yes. 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 Garnacho or Barkley? Do you know what? I'd go Garnacho. Slightly better data. Has the same number of fixtures as Barkley over the next two. And like Barkley's got Man United and Liverpool. Garnacho's got Luton and Fulham. I'd prefer Garnacho, I would. BL has been a member for 10 months. Thank you very much. Eric says, Powell, Dallo, and KDB, or Dallo, Bradley, and KDB. So it's Bradley versus Powell, right? Well, if Bradley starts Bradley, if Bradley doesn't start Powell, that's the way I would go. Triple captain Foden. Possible. I don't hate it. I just don't know if he starts both. Porro to Dallo / Reguilon, or roll and play Cash. I'd just play Cash this week. Cash has to start. Gordon or Richarlison? Richarlison for me. Fuel Your Grind says, hi Ross, love your vids. What about your thoughts on the -8? Yep, I don't mind it. I might be doing the same this week. Trent, Porro, Palmer to Lamptey, Doughty, KDB. Or is a -4 better? I mean, I don't know that Lamptey definitely starts. Isn't Beltman back fit now or close? Lamptey, Doughty, KDB, and for Trent, Porro, Palmer. Can you afford like Maguire instead of Lamptey? I prefer that for safety of minutes. I have double Arsenal defence and Estepinian. I'm free hit 29. I mean, mate, if you've got double Arsenal defence and Estepinian, just play those three. You don't even need to remove Trent and Porro this week. I know, obviously, that allows you to get to KDB, but I mean, you've got three of the best defenders this week. If I had Saliba, Gabriel, and Estepinian, I wouldn't be touching my defence, I don't think. I just obviously don't have anything close to that backline. I wouldn't. Who is the best Brentford defender? Reguilon's probably got the best assist threat. Pinnock's got the best goal threat. Pinnock's minutes are ever so slightly better. I'd go Reguilon, but I think Pinnock is probably going under the radar slightly. Miguel says, hi Ross, bench one of Doughty, Trippier, and Pinnock. I'd bench Pinnock this week. It's terrible. I mean, it is the worst two fixtures in the league. Liverpool at home and then City away. I mean, it genuinely can't get much worse than that. That air has been a member for 20 months. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it. Hi, Ross. Who would you bench, Solanke or Gordon? Oh, that's so tough. I'd bench Gordon. Solanke's a penalty taker. Newcastle are a worse defence than Bournemouth. I know it sounds crazy. Bournemouth at home looks good on paper, but the Newcastle away fixture is better at the moment. I'd bench Gordon and play Solanke. Nikhil says, hi Ross, mad love as always. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Thoughts on a -4 for Johnston to Kelleher? Or Jota to KDB? Or a -8 for Johnston to Kelleher and Jota to KDB Salah, planning on free hit 29. Okay, that's useful to know. So you're free hitting in 29 makes Liverpool assets a lot better. Johnston to Kelleher or Jota to KDB. I would just do the Johnston to Kelleher move. I'm not even sure that KDB gets more minutes than Jota in this double. No, I would keep Jota. So just Johnston to Kelleher for the -4 Nikhil. Ewan says, start double Arsenal defence or Gabriel and Estepinian. Oh, so it's basically Saliba versus Estepinian. I would start the Arsenal defender. Arsenal are just outrageous. And it's not just the few clean sheets they've had. Like, their data is just filth. They've conceded less than 4 XG in the last 6 games. If you look across any sample size this season, they're just comfortably the best defence in the league. And they're playing against Burnley. The interesting thing about Arsenal as well, I'll have to double check this, but from what I've seen previously, they're actually a better defence away from home. Because they set up in a slightly more defensive manner. I'm not saying they necessarily will set up defensively against Burnley, but they're also pretty good away from home. So I wouldn't even look at that and go, yeah, but it's at Turf Moor, it's not at the Emirates. I don't think that matters at all. Don't think that matters at all. Right, I'm going to get back to answering the super chats in a second, guys. I just want to quickly show you my possible plans. Maybe bringing up that tweet will help, actually. This is the one. Right, these are my possible moves, I think, for this week. The first is Trent, Porro and Palmer to Maguire, Bradley and De Bruyne. -8. But allows me to get De Bruyne. The issue I have with this, if I just quickly switch back, is if I bring in De Bruyne for Palmer, I have to bench one of Richarlison or Watkins. And I hate that. I hate everything about that. I wouldn't know. I'd probably bench Watkins, but that feels pretty awful because Fulham have been okay defensively. They're missing some key players. Douglas Luiz is probably going to have to drop deeper. So Matty Cash probably can't bomb on as much. I kind of feel like this could be a game where Fulham get something. So it would be Watkins. And I would be getting KDB, but do I want to bench Watkins this week? Not really. So that's the issue with any transfer which involves bringing in KDB for Palmer. The other option, this is my Salah moves. I agree, by the way, I hate this. This is awful. But if I decide and panic and say I need to bring in Salah, it's Trent to Maguire, Richarlison to Salah, and Pedro Porro to Van Heck. I think I can still afford this. I might not be able to. I'll check in a second. So that's my Salah move. But the most likely moves are one of these two. So it's either Dubravka to Kelleher, Trent to Ake for a -4, or Trent to Van Dijk and Porro to Ake for a -4 as well. Yes, that's the issue. So this one, I'd be removing Porro, which makes it more difficult in 29. In this one, I'm keeping Porro, which makes it easier for me in 29. So the Kelleher-Ake move is currently the most likely, given that it gives me the fewest issues moving forward. But neither this one and this one, they're exactly the same for 26. Right? Because I wouldn't have had Porro anyway. So doing Porro to Van Dijk, who also blanks, it doesn't make my team any weaker for 26. So I'm kind of looking at it and thinking, if I think Van Dijk is genuinely a better option than Kelleher, it might be worth the extra -4 that it would take in the future to then bring another player back in. So I guess the question then comes for me, I'm trying to simplify it in my head, do I think Van Dijk is 4 points better than Kelleher this week? Which basically means, do I think Van Dijk will get an attacking return? Because they'll get the same amount of clean sheets. Kelleher will make some saves as well. Bonus points should be relatively similar. Do I think Van Dijk scores a header? I kind of do a little bit, but probably, guys, that's my move at the moment. Is Dubravka to Kelleher, Trent to Ake. Okay. What do we think of that? Let me put this back and then go back to answering questions. For anyone that was asking what my current plan is at the moment. What do we think? Is Alisson out? Apparently he's got a hamstring injury and he's getting a scan this weekend. So I think he'll miss these two. And like I said, I pretty much only need Kelleher this week because moving forward I'll play Areola. Why Dubravka and not Areola? So Dubravka has Arsenal in 26 and will probably blank in 29 as long as Newcastle beat Blackburn. So you've got Arsenal on blank, whereas in those 2 weeks, Areola's got... Who's he got next week? Brentford at home, and then he's got Aston Villa away. So he's got 2 fixtures, and I think they're slightly better fixtures. No KDB is crazy. Yeah, but I bench Watkins or Richarlison, and everyone will go, benching Watkins or Richarlison is crazy. Like, everything is crazy. You can't own everyone. You can't play everyone. You know? Let me run a poll quickly about triple captaincy. By the way, 6,300 people here. Hello. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And if you are new and you've already subscribed, make sure you like. Triple captain this week. Yay or nay? Yes. No. Are you triple captaining this week? Bang. I don't even care who you're triple captaining. We'll do that in another one. I just want to know, are you playing the chip? I want to know how many people are going to lose their triple captain chip. You're the best FPL content creator. Thank you. You're the best FPL content viewer. There we go. Whereabouts was I? Would you get Jota on a Game Week 25? Is that where I was? Yeah, I think so. Would you get Jota on a Game Week 25 wildcard or get Hwang Douglas-Luiz to save a transfer on Jota in 26? No, I don't. That's a great question, actually, isn't it? I think I would still go all in on Jota. I think I would still, especially given your free hitting in 29. You could even keep Jota through 26. Yeah, I would go all in on Jota, I think. Just about. Toby says, Dubravka, Garnacho, Estepinian, Regulon, bench boost. Yeah, actually, yes, I would bench boost that. KG says, hey, Ross, would you do Salah, Bradley, and Adebayo? You typed in Adebayor. I was like, that's a throwback. Adebayo in for Trent, Richarlison, and Cunha -8. Yeah. Only if we see that... Sorry, only if we find out that Salah's starting. I wouldn't be doing that if we don't have confirmation that Salah starts. You ignored my super chat. I didn't, Hassan. I actually answered your super chat already. Good morning, Ross. Dubravka to Kelleher -4 allows me to do Richarlison to KDB -8, which is tempting. Richarlison back around 27 to save the free hit in 29. Pretty set on the goalkeeper move. Would you take the extra hit for KDB? Yeah, I do like it. Well, KDB's just a better option than Richarlison because he could get 3 fixtures over the next 2 weeks, whereas Richarlison gets 1. But you are booking in another transfer in 27. And you're already going to want to bring Doughty. You're going to want to bring in another Luton player. You're going to want to bring in Solanke. Like, how many transfers can you book in before it starts getting a bit much? So I don't mind it, but I also have absolutely no issue. I'm probably going to do it this week with just keeping and playing Richarlison. Richarlison gets 1 attacking return and some bonus points. Let's say he gets 8 or 9 points. You need KDB. Considering it's a transfer this week and booking in a transfer in the future, you kind of need him to go relatively big this week and also maybe even return against Bournemouth in 26. Cameron says, start 3, Pinnock, Ake, Estepinian, Gabriel for -4. So bench 1 of Pinnock, Ake, Estepinian, Gabriel. Pinnock. Yeah, I'd bench Pinnock. I wouldn't want to play my Brentford defender overly this week. If it's on a bench boost or something, or if you've got no other options, they're fine. They've got 2 fixtures, but I think you could be looking at a 1 or 2 pointer for a Brentford defender. Bench Powell or Burn. Ooh, Burn. I think Livramento could start. Bring in Doughty, Reguilon, or Ake for Trent. I think Ake. I think I'm leaning towards Ake now. It is Ake's birthday tomorrow, by the way. Birthday goal for the birthday boy. Trent to Bradley, Maddison to Salah. Let's do this. Lovely stuff. Looks relatively good. Relatively straightforward. Again, I would only do that, though, if we get confirmation that Bradley and Salah start. So, I hope the face of KFC is doing well. Yeah, if you didn't see, I'm going to be sponsored by KFC. That'd be fun. Gab or Van Dijk in for Trent. The latter would mean a -8 instead of a -4 in 26, as would be getting Gab in for VVD. I'd just go Gabriel this week, then. If you know you're going to want Gabriel next week, you're getting 2 fixtures from both, but you're saving a transfer. It just makes sense to go Gabriel, I think. K-Matt says, play 3 of Gabriel, Saliba, Estepinian, Trippier. Ooh, that's tough. Oh, that's a very tough one. I'd bench Trippier. I would. I'd definitely play Gabriel and Saliba, and I'd play one of Estepinian or Trippier. I don't know. I'll let you make that call, but I think I would lean Trippier because he's just playing for the worst defence in the league. Ross, would you start Doughty or Estepinian? Oh, that's a tough one. I think on that occasion... Oh, sorry, guys. I was looking at the... Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat then. Apparently, we've got news that Salah's benched. Apparently, it was Lazy FPL, who are really, really good for early team news. Here we go. There we go, chat. I'm going to leave that up for a second. Salah does not start for Liverpool. So all of those people that are saying, should we bring in Salah -8 for Salah? No. No. So, sorry, loads of people panicking that I've missed their super chats. I'm just like 15 to 20 behind. So I'm answering them, I promise. Well, I'm trying to. I might have missed 1 or 2 by accident, but I'm just a little bit behind. So you don't need... I just feel bad because 2 people just super chatted twice because they thought I missed their first one. I didn't. I'm just a bit behind. I do apologise. It's a bit manic, you know? Lots of people wanting their questions answered. And I'm also answering questions from the regular chat as well. Darwin and Jota start. Oh, my lord. They are giving us all of the early... An hour and 20 minutes before the deadline. Are they okay? Why are they being so kind? I love it. Nice and early. Oh, was it not them? Who said Darwin and Jota start then? Oh, it was only one person. I'll assume they're either trolling or they just think they know. It's probably that team that was going round, you know? There was a team going round with... I guess you're kind of assuming if Salah doesn't start. Yeah, that makes sense. Darwin and Jota kind of have to start. Unless Gakpo starts, I guess. I don't want to risk it, actually. Just in case Gakpo does start, I'll feel bad. I'm just going to leave that up for a second because so many people are asking about Salah. Now the question is... The answer is definitely don't do it. Right? So I think this should mean Darwin and Jota start. So yeah, anyone planning to remove Jota, I wouldn't. Anyone planning to bring in Salah now, I wouldn't as well. But I do think that Salah will get minutes off the bench. And he may well start against Luton, so... Ake or double Arsenal defence up till game week 29? I mean, it's probably double Arsenal defence would be my answer. And then I'm thinking, well, why aren't I doing that? Why am I not bringing in Saliba this week? I think if you don't own Gabriel, it's easy because Gabriel's just a better option than Saliba. He's got such better goal threat. It's ridiculous. Like, Gabriel's numbers are unreal. He's got some of the best goal threat in the league for defenders this season. I think he's second for XG, if I'm correct in saying that. Yeah, sorry, KG. I didn't miss your super chat, but I've answered that now. Need to bench one of Gabriel, Estepinian, or Doughty. Oh, that's so tough. Again, I'd probably just lean, and I mean just Estepinian there. I think I'd have Gabriel top, then Doughty, then Estepinian. Start 1, Van Heck or Bailey or Botman. Bailey. Bailey's got to start, I think. Best Porro replacement. I have Gabriel and Walker. If you've got a spare City slot, Ake. If you don't, Saliba could be a decent shout. You could even go for a Man United defender. I still like Dalot and Maguire. They've got Luton and Fulham over the next two. I'm still slightly tempted by that myself. Andrew says, free hitting, Salah versus Jota, assuming no news. Barkley versus Gordon. So we've got the news now, Andrew. So I'd have Jota, probably, assuming he starts. Barkley versus Gordon. I wouldn't have Gordon on a free hit. I'd have Barkley, but I probably wouldn't have Barkley. My midfield four on a free hit would probably be KDB, Foden, Jota, Saka. And then I would have Tony, Darwin, Haaland as the front three. So I wouldn't have Barkley or Gordon. Van der Ven versus Doughty. I would definitely have Doughty. I wouldn't have Van der Ven on a free hit. Hopefully that helps. You've got loads of single game, like Pickford. I wouldn't have Pickford either. I would have a Kaminsky or I would have a Kelleher or something like that. That was a big sigh.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry. That was meant to be the turn.
It's the biggest sigh I've ever heard. She's fed up of listening to me. That's what that was. I need to start two players from Gabriel Pinnock or Lewis Dunk. I would start Gabriel and... I'd start Gabriel and Dunk. I honestly wouldn't play Pinnock. I just don't see it. I don't see a clean sheet there. I don't. And the other two could. Talk to me about Bradley, Egglord. What is there to talk about? If he starts, he's great. And I think he probably will. I'm tempted. I really am. Everyone said pickle. Everyone just heard your voice. Pickle. Is triple captaining Jota a risk? You could say that. Yes. You could say that. Flapjack says, hi Ross, who should I sell? Sorry, let me get this off the screen and I'll bring my team back. I'm going to pin a comment in the chat so that people, when they're joining, aren't going to keep asking questions about... I'm going to keep asking questions about Salah, because he's just a no now. Maybe if you're on a free hit, you could go for him anyway. Salah does not start for Liverpool against Brentford. God, the chat's moving too quickly for me to click my message and pin it. Sorry if I'm not answering your questions, by the way. Hopefully me answering other people's questions still helping. There are so many chat messages at the moment, but I'm doing my best to answer all of your questions. Right, where were we? Yeah, sorry, Flapjack. Hi, Ross. Who should I sell? Gahey and Porro for with 2.1 million in the bank. Keep up the good work. The best FPL creator. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support, my man. Oh, good question. I mean, it really depends on loads of different things. I think if you're attacking this week, Van Dijk could be a really good option still. If you're trying to plan ahead and think for future weeks as well, I think Pau Torres will start this week and he's a decent option long term. I like Dalot, I like Maguire, and I like Ake. So if you're just attacking this week, I like a Liverpool defender. But outside of that, I think Ake, Dalot, Maguire, Pau Torres maybe could go for a Brighton defender because they have a decent couple of fixtures now, but they're almost definitely going to blank in 29. Who would you bench? Would you bench boost with Dubravka, Bowen? Who could Fulham got? Nottingham Forest, but Dubravka, Bowen, Gabriel, and Trippier or triple captain. I'd bench boost that. Yes, Schnaps. I would definitely bench boost that. I mean, you've got two really decent defensive options. You've got Bowen. The only thing is, if Bournemouth score, you need save points and a return from trips, really. But I still think I would bench boost that. Eze and Trent for Reguilon and KDB for a -4. Eze and Trent for Reguilon and KDB for a -4. Yeah. I'm not sure about Reguilon this week, but obviously you're planning ahead, I assume. So yeah, I don't mind that. Amy says, have Jota, KDB, Foden, Van Dijk, Darwin, Ederson, triple captain Worth. So you don't have Haaland. No, I wouldn't. If you don't have Haaland this week, unless you've got a real feeling about like a Darwin or a Jota or something like that, or a KDB or Foden, then yeah. I think I would go like Haaland this week, Solanke in 28, and then I would be back to saying maybe a Darwin or a KDB here. But I like Solanke in 28 if you're not going to go this week on Haaland. I certainly don't think that's a bad thing to do. Does Bradley start? I'm going to predict yes, but also he hasn't been in full training for like a week and a half, was it, when he was on compassionate leave? So he might be struggling with his fitness slightly. I mean, he's a young guy, and he's a very fit guy as well, of course, but he could be struggling slightly. So there is a chance that Gomez starts instead. But I mean, Gomez is just returning. It's not easy to predict, in all honesty. Tyler says, Dubravka, Porro, Gabriel. Okay, you give me your team. 3.7, 1 free transfer, free hit 29, triple captain active. Any transfer suggestions? Want to be aggressive. So you've got Jota, you've got Darwin. You don't have a third. You don't have a third Liverpool. You've got Foden. You've got Haaland. Yeah, I would be looking at something like Porro to Ake, Dubravka to Kelleher. That would be along the lines of what I would do. Yeah, looks good to me. I'd make those two moves. So bring in a Man City, basically complete your triple up on the Liverpool and City assets. That's what I'm planning on doing myself. Trent Turner to Ake Kelleher or Trent Richarlison to K. Okay, no, I would go Reese. I would go Trent and Turner to Ake and Kelleher. Chuckster says, hi Rosh, Trent to Virgil for free or Trent and Gordon to Virgil and Foden for a -4. Have a good stream and may your score hit the triple digits this week. I hope so. Chat, predict how many points I get this week if I bring in like Ake and Kelleher or something like that. How many points am I going to hit this week? Will I hit 100 points? I hope so. Same to you as well. To answer your question, Trent to Virgil for free or Trent and Gordon to Virgil and Foden for a -4, I would bring in Foden. I really like the option of Foden. So yeah, I would do that one. Play Solanke or Gordon? Solanke. Dubravka to Kelleher, Konsa to Saliba, or other defender? Dubravka to Kelleher, Konsa to Saliba, or other defender? Yeah, I would do both of those happily. Pretty happily. Especially the Dubravka to Kelleher move. But Konsa to Saliba works well. Gets you, obviously, an extra player this week and next week. Because Konsa won't be available for next week, I don't think. Had planned on bench boosting after my wildcard last week. Bench of Gabriel, Emerson, Neto, Dubravka. Could hold off for 37, but would be hard with no wildcard left. Gabriel, Emerson, Neto, Dubravka. That's a nice bench boost. No, I would bench boost now, yeah. It's a nice bench boost. Start one of Adebayo, Doughty, Palmer. Probably Palmer. In all honesty, Palmer. 9 doublers. My bench is Areola, Palmer, Alex Moreno, Branthwaite. Would you bench boost? My issue there is I think there's a small chance that Luca Dean plays against Fulham and Moreno's on the bench. But I would still probably just about say that I think he'll start. In which case, that is close to a bench boost, but it's not as good as some of the other ones I've seen. I would just about say yes, but it's not perfect. Is triple captaining Jota a risk? I mean, yes. But if we get confirmation he starts today, you know he's going to get at least one start and probably get minutes against Luton. It's not awful. Spin the wheel. I will in a second. I'm just trying to keep up to date with all of the questions. It's manic at the moment. We're almost on 1,000 likes on the stream, by the way, so please do continue liking. And like I said, make sure to subscribe as well. Lots and lots of weekly content. I obviously deadline stream every week as well. So if this is your first time, make sure to subscribe. Are you playing the triple captain? Yes, definitely. Is FPL South reliable? FPL South has been blocked for a long time and I've argued with them on multiple occasions on Twitter. Please do not show me anything from FPL South because I'll just tell you that they're an idiot. And I don't say that about many people, but they are so rude as well as just giving fake news. They tried beefing, I think, both me and Andy on separate occasions because we called them out for giving fake team news. And it's just like, have some shame. They could be guessing correctly, by the way. So I'm not going to say they're not, but I wouldn't trust it completely. No. Actually, I wouldn't trust them at all. Dubravka to Kelleher for a -4 or Share to Van Dijk for a -4. Both I quite like, but I guess you can only do one if you've got one spare slot. So I would prefer Dubravka to Kelleher, I think. Just. My defence is Gabriel, Ake, Share, Porro, Taylor, and bench one of Watkins, Gordon, or Richarlison. I would bench Gordon, and I would do Dubravka to Kelleher. Okay. Hello, you. Hello. Porro to Van Heck or Dallo? Dallo. I like Dallo. Can you rank Watkins, Solanke, Tony for points over the next 3 game weeks? So 3 is 25, 26, 27. For the next 3, what? Oh, my camera's gone. Let me reset that. I would say number 1, Watkins. Number 2, Solanke. No, I lied. Number 2, Tony. Number 3, Solanke. Watkins, Tony, Solanke in that order. But Tony could just about come out on top there, considering he's got the extra fixture. Start Areola or Dubravka this week. I think if I don't make the Kelleher transfer, and I'll be honest, I think I am going to make the Kelleher transfer. I think I prefer Areola over Dubravka. Chat, who do we prefer starting this week? Areola or Dubravka? Areola or Dubravka? Is my camera going to work or do I need to reset it again? No, we need to reset it again. Solanke to Darwin for free or Richarlison to KDB for a -4? I prefer Solanke to Darwin. Bob says, did Porro to Ake? Should I do Solanke to Darwin for a -4, then bring him back in 27 for another -4? As long as you don't need Solanke in 26. Because if you might need to bring him back in 26, right? As long as you've got a team for 26, Bob, I would be willing to bring in Darwin, yeah, for this week for a -4. Come on, camera. Oh, my lord. Why are you still not working? That's not a good sign. Hi, Ross. Should I get Reguilon or Maguire this week? Prefer Reguilon, but don't know if he is nailed. Thanks for the content this week. You are more than welcome, mate. I actually prefer Maguire for now. But Reguilon is nailed as far as I'm aware. And he will sort you out for future weeks as well. So maybe Reguilon's the better pick long term. Because you know for a fact Reguilon's got a fixture in 29 against Burnley. Trent to Gabriel, Gordon to Garnacho, Alvarez to Haaland for a -8. I like that, but I do think Alvarez will get decent minutes in this double, so it could potentially, there we go, I'm back. It could potentially backfire, but yeah, I still like that for a -8. I'm all aboard getting aggressive and taking hits this week. These are the weeks where it makes sense to take hits. You've got blanks, you've got doubles, you've got higher upside picks. It feels like the right time. I haven't taken a hit this season. I saw someone comment about why you like convincing people or telling people to take hits. It's not like I do this on a regular basis. Like I haven't taken a single hit this season, and I'm very much usually hit averse. But when the time comes, when there are blanks and doubles and there are opportunities there, I tend to take it. So yeah, I'm all aboard the hit train this week. Darwin or Tony -4. Do you know what? I am kind of like maybe just go for Tony at the moment. Because he also has 2 fixtures. He's on penalties, whereas Darwin won't be if Salah's back. Tony you then don't have to transfer out again. I don't mind just going for Tony this week to just save yourself a future headache. Ross, don't you think the Forest attack is underrated? They score in basically every... Yeah, I think my thought process is I can't imagine Dubravka or Areola keeping a clean sheet. I think in this game, Areola will make more saves. I think Forest are going to have to go after West Ham. So I could see Areola getting like 4 points and Dubravka getting like 2. But I don't know. They're both bad. They're both bad. What transfers are you doing? I think Ake in for Trent. And then either Porro to Van Dijk or Dubravka to Kelleher. So imagine Trent is Ake, and then I need to work out what I want to do my second transfer. I don't even have to make that second transfer, by the way. I could just play Pau Torres. Best transfer for Guardiola, 4.8 million budget or roll. Probably genuinely Maguire or Doughty. Depends how much you need him for 26. Hi, Ross. What's your current transfer plan? Just spoke about that. Yeah, Ake in for Trent, and then basically I want to bring in either Van Dijk or Kelleher. KG says, sorry, bit of a long one. No worries, my man. Already have Diaz. Would you do Trent, Porro, and Cunha to Maguire, Van Dijk, and Darwin? Perfect. I love that one. Or would you rather do Trent, Palmer, and Cunha to Maguire, Jota, and Darwin? Ooh. Ooh, that's a tough one. I actually might prefer that one, yeah. Yeah, I think I would go Maguire, Jota, and Darwin, because Porro obviously plays in 29 if he's fit by then, whereas Palmer probably won't. So I feel like you're getting, as long as you're not free hitting in 29, I think I prefer the latter, KG. Trent and Watkins to Tony and Reguilon have triple City. No, I wouldn't be selling Watkins. I wouldn't be selling Watkins for Tony. I think Watkins is just as good, if not better. Bench boost or no? Areola, Garnacho, Gabriel, Pau. Yes. Yeah, I'd bench boost that. Slight risk that Pau doesn't play, but yeah, I'd still bench boost it. Maguire or Dalot? I think they are equally good options. Dallow's got greater open play assist threat, but Maguire's obviously very good from set pieces. I would just about lean to saying, from a gut feeling perspective, and my gut feeling means absolutely nothing. From a gut feeling perspective, I kind of fancy Dalot at the moment to do well. But Maguire's data is very similar to Dalot, so you maybe just save the money and go for Maguire. They're both absolutely nailed on at the moment. Long term, Dallow's minutes are safer than Maguire's. But I think for now, they're both pretty nailed. Got 2 free transfers this week and thinking Trent to Ake and Porro to one of Dalot, Van Dijk or Saliba. Is the second transfer worth it, as I would play them ahead of Estepinian? See, in that situation, if I had Estepinian on the bench rather than Pau Torres, I'd be tempted to just make the one move and just play Estepinian. I mean, it's the best fixture in the league, and I think he'll start. But I guess there's always the slight risk that he doesn't start, but I think he will. Porro, Trent, Palmer to Bradley, Doughty, KDB, no free hit 29. I looked at that exact combination of transfers, and I love it. I really do like it. There is still some temptation for me to do that as well. I need to think about whether I want to do that or not. There is the temptation there. My concern is with that, and it may be this case with you, like I said, is that you have to bench someone like Richarlison or Watkins. If you've got a much better player to bench than me, then maybe it makes it easier for you. But it feels like I'm taking a -8 to bench a good player. And I know it's not that simple, but it always feels slightly dodgy when you're taking a big hit and it ends up you're benching a really good player. Hi Ross, much love. Palmer to Foden or De Bruyne? I'd go Foden at the moment, save the money and use the money elsewhere in the future. Owen says the Liverpool rumoured side is Kelleher, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Endo, McAllister, Jones, Jota, Darwin, Diaz. Yep, I've been sent that exact team in DMs and I've seen it floating around Twitter, but I don't know the exact source on it. But that, if I was to predict the 11, it would be that exact 11. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Rank Van Dijk, Reguilon, Bradley to replace Porro. Van Dijk, Bradley, Reguilon this week. But moving forward, Reguilon's of course the much better option. Dalot or Saliba? Just about Saliba, but I do really like Dalot. Trent to Ake and Palmer to Bailey to prep for 29. I really like that, actually. I just worry a Bailey's minute's still going to be a little bit crap. Maybe Douglas Luiz is the safer one, but we also do expect Douglas Luiz's his positioning to drop back a little bit deeper. Luke has been a member for 1 month. Thank you very much, Luke. Ryan says, no one's talking about John Stones. He's gone straight back into that CDM centre-back role. I just don't see him playing all of the minutes available at the moment. I think he'll be eased back in a little bit. So my prediction is that he may start the Chelsea game, but maybe is then benched against Brentford. He also wasn't playing CDM, by the way. He was playing centre-back. Akanji was playing inverted against, who did they play last week? Everton. Steven says, Trent and Gvardiol and Turner to Bradley, Ake and Kelleher for a minus. That is the loudest truck I've ever heard in my life. Trent, Gvardiol and Turner to Bradley, Ake and Kelleher. Yeah. I mean, you're taking out 2 injured players and a player that doesn't play. You can't really go massively wrong with that, Steven. Unless you've got a much stronger bench than like me and you've got other players you can include. Eddie says, thinking of bringing in Kaminsky and Doughty rather than Kelleher or Van Dijk. And another because of 28 and the chance of Luton getting a game in 29. What do you think? I've seen a lot of people looking at Kaminsky and Doughty. It's just a terrible double this week. It really is. Man United have improved a lot, and then it's Liverpool. I don't really like Luton assets this week massively, but yes, it does set you up better for the future, absolutely. You're saving a transfer in the future, which I like. Do we have any news on Salah? Read the pinned comment. Salah does not start for Liverpool. We've had that news. So yes, we have had at least a bit of news. Ross, you make things complicated. I try not to. I try to do the opposite, but it's a complicated game at points. Chris says, good morning, bruv. Good morning, Chris. Jota /Ake or Dalot /KDB? Oh, in combination. So Jota and Ake or Dalot and KDB. First combo, I'd have 3 City, 2 Liverpool. Latter combo, just the 1 Liverpool, but an extra hit next week. Oh, I see what you're saying. I prefer... Do you know what? I like Dalot and KDB quite a lot. I do like that combo. I'd be tempted by that, Chris. Dubravka, Trent and Eze to Kelleher, Reguilon and KDB -8. Yep, love it. Love it. Big fan. Go for it. I mean, Reguilon's not great this week, but you're setting yourself up well for the future with him, and I like Kelleher and KDB. Remove Areola Martinez or neither for Kelleher. If you're going to, it's Areola, but I would be tempted to remove neither, probably. I just play Martinez this week. Free hit 29, Trent and Gusto and Gordon to Robbo, Bradley and Jota. Yeah, if you're free hitting in 29, and assuming, by the way, you can also get through 26, okay, that's a nice set of 3. You're bringing 3 double game week players, so yeah. Robertson could be going really under the radar. Is anyone considering Andy Robertson? I mean, Robertson could really be the one that's going massively under the radar. Because he's almost guaranteed to start against Brentford. Could he then start against Luton? Maybe. Then is he going to start Brentford, Luton, Carabao Cup final in the space of like 8 or 9 days? That is... Our mods watching for Twitter leaks. Everyone watches for Twitter leaks. And then they'll spam it in the chat and then we'll get up on Twitter. But yeah, I'm sure my mods will keep an eye on it. Mrs. Raptor can also keep an eye on it as well. Although she looks pretty stressed about her own team, not going to lie. Do you know what? I'm going to ask a new question in the chat and then I'll get back to answering your super chats in a second. Let's ask a new question. Let me remove the other poll. So 79% of you, by the way, are using your triple captain this week. My next question is how many double game week players will you have this week? So I'm just wondering, yeah, how many double game week players will you have this week? We will go for 6 plus 5, 4, 3 or less. Hopefully that poll is going to make sense. I think that's the best way I can do it with that many, with only 4 options. So 6 or more, 5, 4, 3 or less. There you go. I want to know how many doublers you have this week. There is a poll entering the chat now. Make sure everyone votes on it. We want to try and work out the average number of doublers that people will have. I'm going to guess it's about 5, 5.5. I would say that the most common answer is going to be 5 and then 6 or more. So yeah, I would guess, let's say 5.56. That's my number for you. Konsa to Ake, Palmer to Garnacho -4. I already have Bruno. Yeah, I still quite like that, though. It's a nice set of transfers. Who gets better minutes if Salah starts, Diaz or Jota? Salah doesn't start, but if he does, I would imagine Jota's minutes will actually be better, but everyone seems to think it's Diaz. So maybe it's Diaz, but I think Jota's minutes are better than Diaz's. A spin-off FPL video called Stuck in a Pickle. That's outrageous, Sean, but maybe. One free transfer. Do I bench boost? Dubravka, Botman, Estepinian, Palmer. Thanks. Dubravka, Botman, Estepinian, Palmer. No. Oh, God, that's a close one. I just don't like Dubravka and Botman. Like, that's really close. I would just about say one free transfer, though. Botman to a better defender. Then I would do it. Yeah, James. Botman to a better defender and then bench boost. Go for it. Are you 100% locked in on triple captain Haaland and what's the logic? Yes. I just think it's the best triple captain opportunity that I'll have. I think the only other ones that compare is Solanke in 28. And I'm not sure I rate Solanke that highly. Or Haaland again in 37. But I think I might want a free hit or bench boost in 37. So for me, it's not comparable. Want Tony but have Watkins and Solanke? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. That makes it difficult. I would just probably keep Watkins and Solanke then. Because you're not going to remove Haaland. So it's Haaland, Watkins, Solanke. You'd have to take out Watkins and then bring him back, I guess. Or take out Solanke and bring him straight back. But then who are you going to bring him straight back in for? It's probably Tony. I think you just need to wait. If your front line is like Watkins, Solanke, Haaland, I think you'd have to wait on Tony until game week 29. Sadly. Already on -4 for KDB. Should I do Dubravka to Kelleher? Yes, I think so. Bradley for Trent and Højlund for Solanke and De Bruyne for Gordon for a -8. So you're doing Trent, Solanke and Gordon out for Bradley, Højlund and De Bruyne. I like it. I quite like that, Sam. It has the potential to go wrong because you're removing Solanke and Gordon this week. If there's lots of goals in that game, that could be a bit of a disaster. But I do really like that. Planning Trent to Virgil or Bradley. If I do Bradley, I can get Saka in next week for Jota. What are your thoughts? Do that then. Get Bradley in. We'll wait for team news, but I like the idea of being able to get Saka. If you don't own Saka right now, I would actually go as far as saying if you don't own Saka right now, I'd prefer to get Saka this week over Jota and Foden. Genuinely. His underlying data has been so good, but he's actually starting to deliver on that now as well, Saka. I just think if you don't own... Saka and Gabriel are just 2 players. If you don't own them, with the fixtures they've got coming up, just get them. Hi, Ross. Would you start Pau Torres or Estepinian? Cheers, mate. Thank you. Start Pau Torres or Estepinian? Estepinian. Morning, Ross. Doughty to Ake and Dubravka to Kelleher for a -4. What are your thoughts? Doughty to Ake? No. Dubravka to Kelleher I like. I wouldn't sell Doughty. I'd keep Doughty and I would sell Dubravka to Kelleher. Palmer to Foden and Porro to Bradley for a -4. What are your thoughts? Love it. Go for it. Why is no one talking about Edison? He just doesn't make any saves, really. I know he did make one recently, actually. We made 3 because he got a save point, but he's not good for saves. He's not good for bonus points. Even when he makes saves, he doesn't get bonus because Man City scores so many goals. So the attackers get the bonus points. But yeah, Edison could be an okay shout. Start Pau Torres or Doughty? Doughty. Start Bowen or Palmer? Oh, that's a tough one, actually. Still, I don't know. Bowen's data's been bad recently. I looked at that the other day because I've been tempted to get Bowen in 26. His data's been bad. Forest have been good defensively. Do you know what? I'd actually start Palmer ahead of Bowen. Who should I bench, Watkins or Solanke? Oh, that is so tough. Oh, I hate that question. I would bench Solanke just about. But he is the one on penalties and he's playing against the worst defence in the league. So maybe that's a bad call. Hi, Ross. 2 free transfers. Trent and Archer to Bradley and Haaland. That feels so easy. Or get Haaland and Reguilon, but also do Turner to Kelleher for -4. Oh, no, I prefer that one. Haaland, Reguilon and Turner. Sorry, Haaland, Reguilon and Kelleher for -4, Stephen. That would be where I would go. And thank you for being a member for 29 months, almost 3 years. You are an absolute legend. Legend of the game. Russell says, done Trent to Gabriel. A, Roll. B, Eze to Maddison. C, Eze to Rodri Doku. D, Gusto to Ake. D, Gusto to Ake. Getting a doubler this week, and you're also getting yourself an extra player for next week. I would do Ake, Russell. Abdul Gadir, what a name. Abdul Gadir says, Ariola, Simicast, Cash. Okay, give me your team. I'm not going to read it out for the benefit of those listening to me ramble. 1 free transfer, what would you do? Is KDB triple captain okay? I don't hate KDB triple captain. 1 free transfer, what would I do with your team? You've got Darwin, you've got Haaland, you've got Foden, you've got KDB, Jota, Cash, Trippier, Richarlison, Simicast. Simicast is a slight worry. Maybe I would do Simicast to someone else because I don't expect him to start either. And if he does, he's definitely only starting 1. That would probably be my transfer. I'd probably look to replace Simicast with someone else. Chris says, Gross to KDB for a -4. I already have -4 next week. Gross to KDB for a -4. No, I wouldn't do that. I like Gross this week. Got Sheffield United and he's on pens. Diaz better than Jota? No. I think they are both as much of a risk as everyone else. I wouldn't say that one is more at risk than anyone else. Sorry, chat. Right, let me get back. Trina says, Fleck and Gap. Okay, you give me your team, Trina. Would this be a good team? Would that be a good team for this week? Thanks, Raptor. I mean, it looks almost perfect. I assume you're free hitting. If you're not... Oh, it's on a wild card. Okay, sorry, I didn't see that part. Yes, that's a good team for this week. Does that put you in a tricky position next week? Van Dijk, Jota, Darwin, Adebayo. Depending on who's on your bench, you might put yourself in a tricky position next week. But yes, it looks pretty much perfect, Trina, for this week. If you only had 3 doublers, would you free hit? Depends who they are. If they're Foden, Darwin, Haaland, no. If you're 3 doublers like Doughty, Kaminsky, and Reguilon, then yes. But no, assuming you've got Haaland, a Liverpool attacker, and Foden or KDB, I think you're fine. Doughty or Estepinian? Just about Doughty. Bench in 25, Hwang, Fleck, and Estu, Palmer. Would you bench boost? Hwang, Fleck, and Estepinian, Palmer, yes. If Bradley starts, is he worth the punt? Yes. For long-term wildcards, Solanke and Son, or Walking and Richarlison? I assume this is Watkins and Richarlison. I prefer... Do you know what? Long-term, I actually prefer Solanke and Son. But you're going to want Watkins in 29. Sam says, De Bruyne, Bradley, Højlund for Gordon, Trent, and Solanke. De Bruyne, Bradley, and Højlund for Trent. Oh, God. I don't know if I'd sell Solanke for Højlund. De Bruyne and Bradley in for Gordon and Trent looks good. If you can only afford that by doing Højlund in for Solanke, then yes, that's fine. But I wouldn't do it otherwise. Start Trippier or Doughty or Ake. Start Trippier or Doughty or Ake. Oh, God, sorry. That's a tough one. Ake, just about. Ake, oh, well, Ake's for the minus. Yeah, still Ake. Still Ake. James says, bench boost. Ariola, Watkins, Botman, Senesi. Ariola, Botman. No, that's not a bench boost for me. Bench Richarlison or Watkins? Loving the show. Thank you very much, Matthew. I would genuinely bench... Do you know what? I was saying Watkins because I was thinking Richarlison's on the pens, but he won't be because Son's back. I still think I would prefer to play Richarlison and bench Watkins. I think his data's better. He's a midfielder. I just prefer Richarlison slightly to Watkins. Concert to Van Heck, Palmer to Gross for a -4. Do you know what? I actually quite like that. Sorts you out for next week as well. Yeah, I would do that, Jay. Double Arsenal defence or bench one for Trippier? Oh, I would go double Arsenal defence. You know, they're just so much more likely to keep a clean sheet than Trippier is to get a clean sheet or an attacking return. Yeah, lots of people still panicking about Haaland's grandmother's funeral. Again, I'm trying to find a way to do this without just sounding terribly disrespectful, but I think that the leak, it's not really a leak. The information we have that isn't confirmed is that the funeral, I think, is 2 days after the game against Luton. Am I right in saying that? When is the game against Luton? Is it Tuesday? It's Wednesday. I think the funeral's on... No, sorry. It's Man City, Haaland. Sorry, yes. So the game against Brentford is on the Tuesday. I think the funeral is on Thursday the 22nd. So I don't know how someone's found this information out, but someone's gone and found out that the funeral is on the Thursday the 22nd. So he'll play this weekend. He'll play today against Chelsea. He'll then play on the Tuesday against Brentford, and then he can just fly out on the Wednesday morning or the Wednesday afternoon for the funeral. I don't see a reason why he has to miss the Brentford game. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I was looking at the Liverpool's fixtures. I don't see why Haaland has to miss the Brentford game to go to the funeral. Remember, he has private jets at his disposal. Right? It's not like he has to get a domestic flight. So it should be a little bit easier for him. The fact that he didn't take any compassionate leave when they played against Copenhagen also tells me that he wants to carry on playing. Jay, I missed your super chat, says, hello friend, hello my man, good to see you. Thank you for always being here. Currently 5 double game week players, Foden, Ake, Haaland, Darwin, Jota, wonderful. Is it worth taking a hit to bring in Virgil for Porro? This means it will cost me -8 next week to field an 11. I appreciate the advice. Do you know what? I'd still be tempted, Jay. I'm still leaning towards taking a hit this week, which will force me into another hit next week. But it really depends how big you think he can go this week. You really need him to go pretty massive. So if you're unsure on it, I would just leave it as is. Glory, glory, Man United. What a man. Says, take a -8 to get in Jota, Foden and Haaland triple captain for KDB, Salah and Solanke. Oh, God. No, I wouldn't sell KDB, Salah and Solanke. Oh, that is tough. Or use a wild card. Maybe I would sell Salah to get Haaland and keep KDB. I would try and keep KDB, though. Salah to Haaland. So, for example, something like, I don't know, Salah to Foden and Solanke to Haaland for a -4. Looks better for me. Trina says, who would you replace or start from this midfield and forward? Saka, Foden, KDB, Jota, Garnacho, Haaland, Darwin, Adebayo. I would have Watkins or Tony instead of Adebayo. Other than that, it looks pretty good to me. Yeah, it looks really good to me, in fact. I would have it almost identical, but I wouldn't have Adebayo. If you can afford to go more expensive, I would. Obviously, if you can't, then he's fine as a cheap enabler. He will absolutely serve you fine. What team news do we have so far? The team news that we currently have with 45 minutes until the deadline is the only bit is that Salah does not start for Liverpool. If we get any more, I will, of course, update you. So basically, just make sure you stick around for the next 45 minutes. Put me on in the background, make yourself a coffee, make yourself a tea. If it's late in the evening, make yourself something else. And just kick back and relax for the next 45 minutes, and I will bring you all of the latest team news. Don't worry about that. Alisson is out. Yeah, we also have pretty much confirmation that Alisson has done his hamstring, which is the reason that everyone's bringing in Kelleher or looking to bring in Kelleher. Sorry, Jay, I've done your super chat now. Hopefully that helps, my man. I was a little bit behind on the super chats. Richarlison or Gordon for KDB? I would rather sell... I'd rather sell Gordon long term. Obviously, Richarlison's not got a fixture next week. And does the remainder start over Watkins? I think I would do... I would sell Gordon for KDB and I would start Richarlison ahead of Watkins, Adam. But this is the reason I'm also not sure I want to bring in KDB, because it just gives me a massive benching headache. Porro for Doughty or Bradley? If Bradley starts, which we think he does, I'd go Bradley. Bradley is confirmed to start. I don't think I've had complete confirmation. There's been some leaks going around that he may start, but I've not seen anything from a reputable source yet for me. Solanke or Palmer? Oof, that's a tough one. I think I'd start Palmer. But I do like Solanke still. Porro to Bradley or Doughty. Okay, yeah, did that one. Everyone looking at Porro to Bradley or Doughty. I would prefer Bradley if he starts this week against Brentford in the first game, but I think Doughty will serve you better long term. So if you really do need a long-term option, Doughty is definitely the better option. Trent/Palmer to Bradley/Saka. Love the content. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Trent/Palmer to Bradley/Saka. Yeah, I like that because you need to get Saka in, I think. Kelleher for Martinez or Bradley for Mitchell? I don't like Kelleher for Martinez. Definitely don't do that because Martinez has a fixture in 26 and 29. I really don't like that. Bradley for Mitchell also hurts you a little bit next week, but not an issue. I'd prefer Bradley to Mitchell. Start Trippier or Senesi? Trippier. Areola, Gabriel, Estepinian, Palmer. Would you bench boost that? Yes, I would. Trent, Porro, Palmer to Ake, Salah, Gabriel. No, because Salah's not starting. I wouldn't do that. Are you coming to the London meets? Focal and I table tennis. No, Mr. Sponge, but thank you for being here. Be good to see you again. No, but I hope you win. Are you playing today? You are playing today. I hope you beat Newcastle, my man. Especially as I'm a Man United fan, I could kind of do with that. But no, I won't be coming, sadly. It's just a long way for me to come, especially after a deadline stream. Trent to Bradley, play Areola/Trent. Gabriel. Oh, God, that's a difficult one. Trent to Bradley, play Areola. Or Trent to Gabriel and Alisson to Kelleher. Yeah, that one. The latter, the -4 private. Start Reguilon or Estepinian. I think I've been saying Estepinian just about in that situation. I just don't see Brentford getting anything against Liverpool, Man City. I mean, it's genuinely the worst two fixtures in the league. Bench one of Trippier, Estepinian, Saliba, Douglas Luiz, Gordon. Oof. Probably ever so slightly Douglas Luiz, but that's very close. He is on pens. I just think he's going to be playing a much deeper role now with Kamara out, so I think he is very reliant on pens. But we'll have to see if that is the case. It might be it might be John McGinn that drops in. It might be even Tielemans that drops a bit deeper, but I don't think so. I think it'll be Douglas Luiz. Tony and Darwin in for Watkins and Solanke for a -8. No, I don't like that as much. I don't mind Darwin in for Solanke. I don't like Tony in for Watkins. Here for FPL says Trent and Richarlison to Reguilon and KDB -4. Okay, forces me to change my chip strategy. Or B, Trent, Porro, Palmer to Reguilon, Bradley, KDB, bench Solanke. I like that one. Yeah, I'd like that one. That one's nice. Don't mind that at all. Maybe Doughty instead of Reguilon if you don't already have Doughty. I think I prefer slightly. Although, of course, you don't get a fixture next week is the issue. Chunks has sent me a voice note and he said, play it out loud. Okay, I'm trusting you here, Chunks. I don't know what's going to be said.
Rossellini, I know you're on live stream right now, but I just want to ask you, what do you think? Haaland, KDB, Foden, or Jota for captaincy? Let me know.
There you go. Mr. Chunks has asked about captaincy. What do we think? I mean, I think it's Haaland, but is anyone going anywhere else? I'd say don't overthink it and go Haaland. But if you want to catch the big man Storms, I'm pretty sure he'll be captaining Haaland. So maybe you go different. I think the bigger question is if you want a triple captain or not. But I would go Haaland and I would triple captain. Yeah. There you go. Chunks does pick some spicy players sometimes. And like, I don't always get it. And then it just ends up going really well for him. So I don't want to give him too much advice. Start two of Estepinian, Maguire and Doughty. Oof. Estepinian and Doughty. Just. I don't like benching Maguire, but I think I would start Estepinian and Doughty. Bench one of Gross, Richarlison, Solanke, Watkins. Solanke. I bench Solanke. Haaland funeral is risky. I think you've just got to risk it. I think it's massive overthinking not doing it. Kelleher for a -4. Yeah, I'll probably be doing the same. Colwill, Gusto, or Porro out for a defender that plays in 25 and 26, not regular on City nor Arsenal players. Also bench Solanke or Gordon. In that situation, I would go a Brighton defender or a Man United defender, probably Maguire or Dalot, and I would bench... Oh, God. I think I would bench Gordon just about ahead of Solanke. But, I mean, it just depends how you see that game going. Do you expect Newcastle to do well? Bench Solanke. If you expect if you expect Bournemouth to do well, then bench Gordon. Start two of Van Heck, Pinnock, and Gross/Watkins. I would start Van Heck ahead of Pinnock, and I would start Gross ahead of Watkins. Oh no, Stormzy's dropped a voice note now. I don't know if he's watching. Just kidding. Can I play out loud? Let me ask him. You never know what you're going to get from those two, so I don't want to play it out loud otherwise. Bench Bowen or Palmer? Oh, I think I said I'd play Palmer there, you know. I just said to Storms, can I play out loud? And he said, yeah, there's some swearing in there, though. That's okay.
That's the problem. That's the problem. You lot always trying to guess my fucking moves. Yeah, I'm tuned in, mate. I'm fucking tuned in. I fucking heard that, yeah? That's you lot's problem. You assume. And when you assume, it makes an ass out of you and me. Yeah, you can assume I'm doing that. Didn't assume when I was captain in Trippier, did you? That time. Didn't assume when I was captain in Darwin, did you that time? Don't fucking assume. See you lot 12:30, pronto.
You see what we have to deal with? People think, you know what? Storms, everyone's like, oh, Storms is such a nice guy. Like, oh, you see him in interviews, he's so nice. That's only the tip of the iceberg. This man sent a voice note in our group chat about 2 months ago. It was the most aggressive. He just started calling out everyone. He went top of the league and he just lost his head. Poor Harry Pinero. Oh, HP. Harry Pinero gets slated on a regular... Like, Stormzy would just send him messages just saying, you stink. You stink. That's it. Just on repeat. Just laughs at him. The other day, he just sent him laughing faces because he hadn't laughed at him in a while. He just said, I haven't laughed at you in a while. And just said, oh, man, poor HP. Anyway, yeah. He will cap Haaland. He'll probably triple captain Haaland. Although he does love Darwin. Oh, he does love Darwin. Maybe he'll triple captain Darwin. I don't know. Anyway, let me go back to questions. Salah bench, Nunes and Bradley start. My 100% source. To be fair, that does look like the rumor that's going around. Yeah, it does look like Darwin and Bradley start, which is good. I mean, Bradley is tempting, but I think I am tempted by Bradley. I think I would go Van Dijk or Kelleher for me though, just for safety of minutes. Got Alisson in for a -4 before the injury news. Do I remove him so who for a -8, or do I just play Areola and take it on the chin? I just do Alisson to Kelleher. If you wanted a Liverpool keeper, you can still get your Liverpool keeper. Is this the final team, Ross? No. God, can you imagine if it was? Look at those flags. No, I haven't made a transfer yet. I'm going to make a transfer in a second. I'm just trying to bloody get through everyone's questions. So many people need help this week. I'm happy to do it, though. That's what I'm here for. Love your work, big man. Flecken or Kelleher don't have Areola. GGMU. If you don't have Areola, Flecken, because he'll give you a fixture in 29 as well. But if you do have Areola, or if you have like Martins, if you have a player that plays in 29, then I would go Kelleher, but otherwise Flecken will sort you out. Porro, Trent and Palmer, so Dalot, Bradley and KDB for a -8, or just Trent to Van Dijk for free. No benching headaches with the -8. If you don't have a benching headache with a -8, go the -8, Chris. Yeah, I'll do that. Start Pinnock or Moreno and have 4 doublers if I bench. If you have 4 doublers on your bench. I don't know, 4 doublers if I bench. Oh, I see what you're saying. I'd still start Moreno ahead of Pinnock, I think. I really would. Leno/Turner, Porro. Oh, God, that's your entire team from Dima. Turner to Kelleher, no free hit 29 for a -4. Or sell Porro Watkins to Haaland McGinn. If you don't have Haaland, I would get Haaland in. Yeah. Who's McG? I'm a bit confused by your message, Dima. Sorry, but if you don't have Haaland, which it doesn't look like you do, I think Haaland is a priority. Just outside the top 100 cases, Toby. Nice, very good rank. Porro to Gabriel, Palmer to Garnacho, Solanke to Darwin for a -4. Have KDB, Foden, Jota, and Haaland triple captain this week. Wildcard 27, what are your thoughts? Porro to Gabriel's great. Palmer's Garnacho's great. Solanke to Darwin's great. Love it. Yep, I like that -4, Toby. Nicola says, Trent to Doughty, Porro to Ake, and Palmer to Jota. -8. Trent to Doughty. Yeah, Porro to Ake, yeah. Palmer to Jota, fine. Or Trent to Doughty and Richarlison to KDB -4. I prefer the -8, personally. Is Areola, Estepinian, Gordon, Richarlison bench boost worthy? Yes, absolutely. 100% I would bench boost that. Wouldn't even be a second thought for me. Tim has given me his team. For a -8, Trippier, Estepinian, Maddison out. Not sure about that. Gabriel, Branthwaite, KDB in. No. Or Trippier, Maddison, Alvarez out. Tony, Foden, Ake in. Or something else. I don't know that I like either of those. I mean, your team just looks good. I think I'll just kind of leave it as is. I mean, you are maybe Maddison to Foden for free. I think I would do that. Maddison to Foden for free. Other than that, Tim, fine. The team's good. Don't think you need to rush anything or force anything there. Nemanja says, bench Bowen or Palmer. What is your tip to gain ground in mini leagues? Is 100-point deficit reachable at this stage? Absolutely. You've got all of the blanks and doubles to come. You've probably got all of your chips to play, or at least most of them. I would say if we get to like game week 30-ish, 31, and you're still 100 points behind, you need to start taking some big risks. But at this stage, play your game. Play your game to get the most points possible. I would bench Bowen, though, and I'd start Palmer. Sophie says, hi, Ross. Have you had any KFC after yesterday? No, we actually had a McDonald's yesterday. Very cheeky, I know. But yes, I should get some KFC. I mean, KFC basically offering the free chicken, weren't they? Dubravka, Trent, Palmer to Kelleher, Maguire, Bradley, De Bruyne. Whoa, what? Dubravka, Trent, Palmer to Kelleher, Maguire or Bradley and De Bruyne, okay? Or the same three to Kelleher, Ake and Foden. Mrs. Raptor just leant towards me like she wanted me. Kelleher, Ake and Foden. I like that for the -4. Yeah, that looks really nice, actually. I would go for that one, Sophie. Kelleher, Ake, Foden. Ake and Foden are really nice options at the moment, I think. Palmer or Garnacho, previous players seem to score. Yeah, I get what you mean. I would still go Garnacho, though, in this situation. Such a better fixture. Konsa, Bradley, Mabama, Toner, Dubravka to Kelleher for a -12. Bench would be Reguilon, Palmer, Kabore. Yeah, do you know what? I don't like the -12 part, but I can't argue with any of those transfers, Killian. So yeah, I would say so. Play Pickford or Dubravka to double game week goalkeeper and play them. I'll play Pickford or Dubravka to a double game week goalkeeper. I don't know. Pickford could do well this week. I still like the idea though of Dubravka to Kelleher. Yeah, I do. I would still, although Dubravka to Flecken would sort you out for 29 as well, Chris. So I'd be tempted by that. Will says, start Pinnock or sell Porro for who? Non-Man City. I'd probably just start Pinnock then in that situation. Because, I mean, there aren't, unless you don't have Gabriel, Will, in which case I would do Porro to Gabriel. Estepinian or Doughty to start. I said just about like 51% towards Estepinian. Towards Doughty, sorry. Just because Brighton aren't the best defence in the world. So I could see Doughty just getting maybe one attacking return and a couple of bonus points, and that'll be enough. I'm definitely not expecting a clean sheet for Doughty, though. That's the issue. Oh my God, my YouTube is lagging out with the amount of chat messages going through. By the way, almost 8,000 people watching live. That's a lot of people. If you've not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, can I please ask you to subscribe? In the next 30 minutes, I'm hoping we get more Liverpool team news, and I will share it with you immediately. I'll share it with you as soon as we get the team news. Right, where was I? Hey Ross, what's your thought on Son? Shifted Porro, Trent, Richarlison, and Estepinian to Moreno, Van Dijk, Bradley, and Son. Love to watch you. Thank you, I appreciate that. I love Son, you know. Yeah, do you know what? I don't mind. I mean, he blanks in 26, which isn't ideal. However, after 26, I can guarantee almost everyone's transfer in 27 will be Foden to Son. That's my plan transfer. So getting ahead of the game with Son is fine. Would you play Estepinian or get Doughty for Trent for a -4? I'd just play Estepinian. Already done Trent, Solanke to Ake Darwin for a -4. Should I do Dubravka to Kelleher for a -8? Cheers, Ross. Yes. In these situations, I've seen lots of people say, would you do Dubravka to Kelleher for a -8? It's not a -8. It's an extra -4. And I think if you frame it like that, it's a lot nicer. Like Dubravka to Kelleher for a -12 sounds terrible. But if the question instead is Dubravka to Kelleher for an extra -4, I don't think it sounds as bad. Porro and Konsa hurt. Nice. Yeah, not great, is it? I mean, I've got Porro and Trent, so not great. No free hit, so I might plan for the future blank. Who should I get? If you're talking about game week 29, you're looking at players like Pau Torres, West Ham defenders, Spurs defenders, but they, of course, blank next week. Or you could take a risk on someone like a Doughty, who is predicted to probably play in 29. Pau Torres is probably the safest bet, but we don't even know if he's going to play this week, so he's not the safest bet, I guess. Bench boost of Cabore, Areola, Palmer, Trippier, or triple captain Haaland. I would say that is just about triple captain Haaland for me. What are these leaks about Haaland's nan's funeral? Basically, Haaland's nan's funeral is on Thursday, the 22nd of Feb, apparently, which is 2 days after their game against Brentford. So there are rumours that he might miss that game to go and be with his family, but I don't think he will. I think he'll play both, and then I think he'll get probably a private jet out, maybe even that night. He could even get a private jet out on the Tuesday and be with his family for Wednesday morning. So I just don't see him missing that game. It's an important game. Like, City need their players. And he's clearly not taking compassionate leave because he played against Copenhagen. So I wouldn't be too stressed about Haaland. But, I mean, if you think it is a risk, then obviously don't take the risk. You've got 25 minutes until the deadline. Okay? I'm trying to make my way through the Super Chats as quick as possible, but you've got 25 minutes till the deadline. We haven't got any news as far as I've seen outside of the fact that Salah does not start. I'm hoping we get a little bit more in a second. I would maybe stop asking Super Chat questions because I am still slightly behind and I don't want to miss any ones because I'd feel bad. Palmer to KDB and Trent to Bradley for free. Yeah, for free. Yeah, definitely for free. I like that a lot. Saliba, Estepinian, Branthwaite, or transfer Trent out for Bradley for a -4. Oh, that is tough. I would be tempted to just play that as it is, but if you fancy Bradley to start both, then he's probably better than Branthwaite. So yeah, it really depends. If you expect Bradley to start both, I would bring him in. Otherwise, I would leave it as is. Trent and Solanke for Ake and Darwin for a -4, or keep Solanke, only have 3 doublers and no Trent replacement. Oof, tough question. I still think I would do it. I still think I would still sell Solanke at the moment for Darwin. So yeah, Trent and Solanke to Ake and Darwin, nice. Hey mate, thanks for all you do from Australia. Big love to Australia. Who would you bench out for Richarlison, Watkins and Gordon this week? Thank you, mate. I would bench Gordon myself. Newcastle just still not quite at it, and I really like Richarlison and Watkins, so I'd bench Gordon. JSY says 2:30 a.m. in Vegas. Got to work out this team. Very, very committed. Hope you're doing well and back to work 100% after being ill. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm feeling re-energized and I'm feeling pretty fit. Start Estepinian or Moreno over Doughty or Bailey. Much love, my bald brother. Much love, my bald brother. Estepinian or Moreno over Doughty or Bailey. No, I think you're fine as is. Greek says, shall I bench boost with Dubravka, Palmer, Trippier, Branthwaite, or triple captain Haaland instead? Thank you. Oh, that is such a... That's right on that line. That is right on that line. I think because you're over-reliant on a Newcastle clean sheet, I'd maybe just about say triple captain Haaland. Alfie B says, if you have Salah, you still start him? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. As long as we don't get team news that he's not in the squad... As long as he's in the squad, he'll get minutes against Brentford, he'll get minutes against Luton. I think you still have to start Salah. Bradley for Trent or just start Branthwaite. Was planning to get Senesi for Trent next week for game week 28. Bench this week would then be Solanke and Branthwaite. Yeah, I'd still do it. You don't really want Senesi next week, do you? He plays against Man City. It's a bad week to bring in a Bournemouth defender. Porro to Bradley, Maguire, Dallo, or Reguilon. Yes to all 4 of them. It really depends on your long-term strategy. Bradley or Ake? Got Kelleher, no other Liverpool Man City defenders. I would go Ake on that occasion then. -8 for another double or roll with 4. It depends on who. That's too difficult to answer. But I think 4 is absolutely fine. Start a risky minute Walker if you have him or Estepinian. I'd still just about start Walker because you might get 2 starts from him. Shawnak has given me their team. Trent, Maddison, Foden, Watkins to Bradley, De Bruyne, Salah, Alvarez for a -8. No. No. Why are you selling Foden and Watkins? Absolutely not. And no, why would you... No, so Salah's not starting, Shawnak. That's the news we've got. Definitely you don't triple captain Salah. Definitely you don't remove Foden and Watkins to buy Salah. Just joined as I'm in KSA for the Al Nassr game. Very nice. Met Ronaldo an hour ago. Bloody hell, what a flex. What's the latest news? And by the way, I've met Ronaldo. There's your flex as well. What's the latest news and your planned moves? Latest news is at the moment that Trent doesn't start. I think that's all we've got for now, but I might have missed something. Let me just double check. I think that's it. Otherwise, the chat would be shouting stuff at me. So Salah doesn't start. My planned moves are Trent to Ake. And then probably Dubravka to Kelleher. But I am still tempted to do Porro to Van Dijk instead. I don't know. It's a tough one. Where was I? Porro to Maguire, Reguilon or Gabriel. Already have Saliba. Any other options? No money in the bank. Definitely Gabriel. Carthix says Palmer to Jota this week and Jota to KDB next week, or Palmer to KDB this week. I would just go Palmer to KDB. Hey Ross, would you do Walker to Diaz / Ake for a -4? No. No, I wouldn't. Alvarez, KDB, Haaland, or Foden, KDB, Haaland. Who gets more points? So basically Alvarez versus Foden. I'd still back Foden. Cap says -8 for Solanke to Darwin, Dubravka to Kelleher. Forces me to a -4 next week to field 11. I'd still do it. I'd still attack this week. Erdegaard to Jota or roll the transfer? Oh, that's a great question. I'd roll. You get Erdegaard against Burnley and you get a fixture next week. So you're saving yourself 2 transfers. I would keep Erdegaard, honestly. Erdegaard's been very good recently. Unlucky not to get more. Zinchenko to Gabriel or roll? I would do it. Gabriel. Get Gabriel in. Triple captain Foden with me. No, not for me. Not for me, sadly. I'm gonna go Haaland. Bench boost of Areola, Estepinian, Saliba, Watkins, or triple captain Haaland. Bench boost of Areola, Estepinian, Saliba, Watkins, or triple captain Haaland. I would bench boost that. Yeah, I'd bench boost that. Magnus, hi Ross, enjoying the stream as always. Would you start Watkins or Gross? I'd actually start Gross. Better fixture and on penalties. I'm surprised we haven't got any more Liverpool team news. That's very strange to me. Especially considering they obviously have something because they know Salah doesn't start. Let me see if I can find anything, chat. Give me a second. I'm just going to scroll through some of the accounts that I know about. Oh, I didn't see that. Let me show you that. Cop HQ is pretty good for early Liverpool team news. But he's not saying for a second here, by the way, that this is his leak. He's just saying the rumour going round. So this account here, they tend to be okay, apart from promoting betting in every other tweet. They tend to be okay for early Liverpool team news. They've said that the rumours going around are Bradley at right back today. I mean, we've all seen the rumours, but the fact they're talking about it probably means it holds some weight. So, yeah, Bradley to start looks quite likely, but it hasn't been confirmed, guys. So, bear that in mind. Do you know what? I'm going to make one transfer now because I'm kind of worried that there's a lot of people playing FPL at the moment. I'm kind of semi-worried the site might crash. So, I'm going to make one of my moves now, which is Trent to Ake. Yeah, what do you need help with? Do what we planned. Ake in for Porro.
You said-
Keller in
you
for...
told me to not do that. What do you
Wait.
mean?
Did I?
Yeah, you said don't do that. Not do that.
Can't remember what I told him to do and what not to do. One second, let me make sure I'm doing this correct. Out, Trent in, Ake. Just do Dubravka to Kelleher then. For free. Yes, sorry, you're playing Saliba, Estepinian and Gabriel, aren't you? Yeah, you don't need Ake. Yeah, I would do Kelleher for Dubravka for you.
Yeah, but I've got really bad Ake FOMO.
Well, then do it, but then you're benching Estepinian, aren't you?
My point was I didn't know who to sell because she said don't sell Porro.
Well, Porro's the only one you can sell, though. I think. Bloody hell, almost 10,000 people watching live. If you're one of the 10,000 people watching live, make sure to like and make sure to subscribe as well. I would appreciate it. You know, it's completely free for you to do. Make my day by subscribing to the YouTube channel. Ross, talk me out of saving the triple captain for Solanke in 28. I won't do that. It's fine. I would absolutely just do it. If you fancy Solanke in 28, go for it. Lol, there's no time to discuss. I feel really bad. I need to try and help out my girlfriend, but I'm trying to help out the chat as well. I'm like, I don't have the time for you.
You just told me to do the opposite of what you said last
Bench
time.
Trippier or Estepinian? I would bench Trippier, but I'm really bad at benching decisions, so that probably means bench Estepinian. To be fair, Trippier's got the attacking threat as well, hasn't he? But I just think Estepinian's got a much better chance for a clean sheet there. Help me out. Contra is out until the end of March, right? I don't know how much I should say. I work over at Aston Villa, doing stuff with their rehabilitating players. Contra didn't look as bad as you might expect, is all I'll say. I don't think that Contra... I'm almost certain he won't play in 26, but Contra didn't look as bad as I thought he would. That's all I can say on that. I don't have a time frame for his return. Allison to Kelleher, -4 to play Areola. Or play Areola. Yeah, I would take the -4. I think that's what I'm going to do as well. Rumours say Allison will not play today. Yeah, that makes sense. He's done his hamstring, hasn't he? Trent to Saliba or Moreno or Reguilon. Start Solanke or Gordon. I would go... Yeah, Trent to Saliba is nice. I prefer that, actually. Start Solanke or Gordon. I would just about start Solanke. Would you do Palmer to Jota for free or Palmer and Gvardiol to KDB and VVD for a hit, which means benching Solanke? I like that one a lot. KDB and VVD for a hit. Just trust your gut feeling on it. If you think Ake will go big, bring in Ake. Ake. You can always free hit in 29 if you remove Porro. VVD or Bradley for a 1 week punt. Bradley's got the higher ceiling for me, but VVD's not confirmed to start two, but much more likely to start both. You could see Gomez start right back against Luton. Potentially. Yeah, I answered that one, didn't I? Porro or Trippier to Virgil or Bradley? Porro to VVD is the best transfer there, I think. Guys, you've got 15 minutes until the deadline. Make sure you get your team semi-locked in at least. If you've got your triple captain, make sure you've actually activated it, because some people forget. If you want to know how you're sure your triple captain has been activated, the C becomes dark and then the circle becomes white. If you want to make sure you've got your bench boost activated, the line around the bench will be blue. So make sure if you're activating your bench boost, make sure it's actually activated. If you're activating your triple captain, make sure it's actually activated as well. Make sure you've thought about vice captaincy just in case Haaland doesn't feature. Just in case. Hey, mate, would you start Solanke or Douglas Luiz? Solanke. Charles says, morning from Miami. Love your show. Thank you very much. Rolling the transfer to get through 26 without a hit. Bench Trippier, Gordon, or Solanke this week. Rest of my team set up well for the double. Very, very nice to be rolling a transfer this week is great. I would just about bench Trippier out of those three there. Just about, but that's very close. That is very close. Byron has become a Rap Tier 2 member. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. We have officially got 10,000 watching. That's a hell of a lot. Almost at 2,000 likes as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. I will give you all of the team news that we get across the next 15 minutes. If we get any further Liverpool team news, I will bring it your way. Don't worry. Palmer to Jota -4. Gross bench or Gahey to VVD. I prefer Gahey to VVD there. Alexander says 3 options. 1, Trent Palmer to Ake Jota. 2, Trent Palmer Porro to Ake Jota Reguilon. Or 3, Trent Palmer Porro to Gabriel De Bruyne Reguilon. I like option 3 unless it gives you a terrible benching headache. I think the most safe and sensible moves there for your team is probably 1. So I'd probably say 1, 3, 2. Hopefully that helps. Alexander, I was answering. Guys, I would stop with the super chats now because I'm trying to look for team news and stuff, and I feel like I'm going to miss some of them. So that's your warning. That I don't want to. I'll feel bad if I miss them, but I'm probably going to miss them. Kelleher for a hit or turn. Kelleher for a hit or for Turner, or just start Raya. Oh, I'd just start Raya, I think. Just start Raya. I don't even have time to spin the wheel today. This is manic. This is manic. Matthew has been a member for 28 months. Thank you very much. Bench Trippier to Saliba, also red or black. What are we betting here? Red. Bench Trippier to Saliba. Yeah, I would start Saliba ahead of Trippier, I think. Oh my god, my chat's actually fully lagging out here at the moment. That's fine. I can't believe we've not got any more team news. I was convinced we'd get more team news. What have you decided, Mrs. Raptor?
You've just bowled my head more than it already was.
Fair. Yeah, we haven't got anything definitive. There is this same team is just going round, guys. So the team that is going round, rumored to be the team that's starting, has all of the obvious players starting: Bradley, Robertson, Van Dijk, Darwin, Diaz, Jota. Obviously, we know now that Salah's not starting, but everyone outside of Salah, all of the obvious players start. And I would predict that to be the case. I think they have to go full strength against Brentford. Oh, I really don't know. So, chat, my final transfer is basically Pedro Porro to Van Dijk, or do you know what? I'm going to ask you to help me. Ha, roles reversed. Let me know what you think. Would you like me to ask them about your question?
Yeah.
What's your question? Come on. Help out Mrs. Raptor. Her question is...
Do I sell Porro for Ake and start Ake over Estepinian, or just play Estepinian?
Is this for a -4?
No.
You're not going to do the Kelleher transfer then?
Well, I might.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe.
Would you, chat, for Mrs. Raptor, would you sell Porro for Ake if it means benching Estepinian, or would you just play Estepinian and not make the move? Can you just say yes or no in the chat? Just spam yes or no for Mrs. Pickle. Mrs. Pickle? You're Mrs. Pickle, technically. For the girlfriend, just say yes or no. Would you sell Porro? Remember, this makes it more difficult in 29 for her. Would you sell Porro for Ake and bench Estepinian? There you go. Look at the chat, and then I'll answer for you. What do you prefer? Dubravka to Kelleher.
So many people say no, but then so many people say yes.
Yeah, I know. It's because it's a 50-50 decision. This is why I can't answer it for you. If it was my team, I would do it, if that helps you. If I had your team right now, I would do Porro to Ake and I would do Dubravka to Kelleher. There you go. That's my advice. But that'll probably backfire. Don't listen to me. I'm terrible at the game. Porro to VVD. Play Areola. Chat, I've just put a poll. Please help me with my decision. You've got 5 minutes to vote. Less than that, to be honest. Frosty is someone that you should trust. Frosty said, no, City are conceding in both games. You are chasing a goal involvement. Stop following Ross's double game week crazies.
I might just do the goalkeeper move.
That's fine as well, yeah. I would do one of them. Get yourself an extra doubler.
Oh, but I just...
Oh, chat, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I wasn't expecting you to say that. Wasting a transfer as usual, Ross. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Would you play Garnacho ahead of Watkins? No. No. I kind of want to hold on to Porro. But the thing is, if Pau Torres doesn't play, I'm going to have 10 players. That could be a disaster. That could be a real disaster. Maybe I'll go Van Dijk. Yeah, I agree, Frosty. You're going to need Porro. Yeah, all of the people I trust... You know what? I'm just going to do it. All of the people I trust are talking some sense into me. Not that I don't trust all of you, chat, but I just saw messages by Zodiac and Frosty, are the two people I trust very much. I think it's the right move. Just go Keller. I'm going to do that now. My only concern is we don't know that Alisson's actually out for both. So it could be a move where I actually end up taking a -4 to bring in Kelleher and he doesn't even start against Luton. But I'm just going to do it. Done.
Oh, but everyone's got Ake, man. I don't know what to do.
Don't get the FOMO. Don't get the FOMO.
The week after?
If he plays.
Yeah, but you've bought him, so you obviously think he will.
I'm a sucker for a double game week. I don't know if you can hear. There's 10,000 people hearing you stressing out. How does it make you feel?
I don't care about them.
I don't know if you can hear my girlfriend stressing out. There we go. I really hope Pau Torres starts. Otherwise, I've got 10 players this week. Or maybe Taylor. Right, there you go. My moves have been done. Let me just quickly screenshot my team. To the 10,000 people watching right now, make sure you're subscribed. And also, if you're wondering what my transfers this week were, it was Dubravka to Kelleher and Trent to Ake. Very, very basic, but I am a basic man.
Calvin did Porro to Ake.
Porro to Ake. Yeah, I don't mind it. But you are obviously removing a player for the future. It's just, it depends how long term you want to plan.
But do we guarantee he will be fit for then?
No. And is Porro going to keep a clean sheet? Not necessarily. So I don't think it's a bad move. Attack the doubles if you want, Pickle. What is the Liverpool lineup? The only Liverpool information we have right now is that Salah does not start. As far as I've seen, there's nothing else. There is a rumoured team going around that has Bradley, Diaz, Darwin, Jota, Kelleher all starting. God, I just went on Twitter and there's loads of people are rolling the transfer. Oh dear, I went overly aggressive maybe. Play Estepinian or Adebayo. Oof. Play the doubler. Play the Dublin attacker. I'd go Adebayo there. I'd play. Triple captain KDB or Haaland. I would like Haaland, but if you fancy KDB to go big, then get KDB. I'm kind of worried that I don't even own KDB. I'm not going to lie. You have got 5 minutes until the deadline. Get those questions in ASAP, but also make sure you get your teams locked in as well. Because I cannot confirm that I'll be able to answer the questions that you need. I am bench boosting and captaining Darwin. Wish me luck. You are mental, but I love it. Good luck, mate. Best of luck. No free hit. Bring in Gomez or Maguire. Maguire. Does Bradley outscore Maguire by 4 this game week? If he starts both, then yes. If not, then no. Probably not. Kabore to Bradley for a -4. I like it, yeah. You need to decide what sort of manager you are to make these decisions, guys. Like, if you're a manager that's aggressive and attacks doubles, go for it. If you're more of a patient, slow manager, then you don't need to.
Do you think Estepinian will start?
I do, but I have not. De Zerbi is absolutely nuts sometimes. So, chat, is there any risk that Estepinian doesn't start? Can you quickly spam in the chat for the girlfriend? Is there any risk there? I think he has to, pretty much. I think it will be Lamptey at right back and Estu at left back, but...
Can you tell me what they say, because I'm not on your stream right now.
Oh, cool, you're just watching.
No, I'm trying to sort my FPL team out, bro. I've only got one phone.
You confirmed to start, no risk, no risk. Most people are saying no risk. Although Veltman is fit, so they could see Lamptey at left back. There is a slight risk.
I don't know what to do, man. I've not put any time.
Yeah, I would make one transfer. Have you made the Kelleher transfer?
No.
I'd make that. Get that done. Because you don't want to risk not making any and then regretting that. And then just decide if you want to make the Ake move for a -4. Thank you, Ross. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. JSY says start Gordon or Saliba. And thank you for Red pick, won $300 in Vegas, so it was about gambling. Oh, God. I would feel terrible if you got that one wrong. I'm glad I made you $300, though, and thank you for the super chat. I'd start Gordon ahead of Saliba. I'd always try and start the attacker if possible, to be honest. You've got 3 minutes until the deadline. Sadly, we've not got any official news outside the fact that Salah does not start. I'm sorry, chat. I thought we'd get a lot more. But there is a leaked team going around with Bradley, Kelleher, Jota, Darwin, Diaz all starting. And I would predict that to be the case. I think they'll go basically full strength against Brentford. But yeah, the only confirmed news that we've had is that Salah does not start. Would you do Dubravka to Kelleher for a -4? Yes. Tell her to captain Estepinian. Trust me, bro. I don't think she'll do that. Start Gordon or Brennan Johnson. Triple captain Haaland with Darwin or KDB vice captain. I would start Gordon and I would have vice captain on Darwin. Why are we so high on Porro? We're not. He's not that great. He's just got decent fixtures after 26 and he's got a fixture in 29. But he might not be fit, as you say. Could be injured. You've only got like 1 min, so just make the decision. Flip a coin. Did the coin trick. I think you'll have more regret if you don't go for it than if you do go for it. Would be my prediction, but maybe not. Do the trick that I said. Would you be more upset if Estepinian Hall's on your bench or if Ake Hall's and you didn't buy him? Which makes you angrier? And then make the decision off that. Is Darwin a must? No, but he's a great option. You've got just over 1 minute until the deadline, chat. Make sure you lock in your teams. Make sure you lock in your teams. Let me make sure that my team's actually locked in the way I want it to be. The site still seems to be up and stuff, but you've got, less than a minute now. Right. Triple captain Haaland is definitely activated. Vice captain is definitely on Darwin. Bench order's fine. Ake in. I need Pau Torres to start. Please, my man.
I'm going to leave it.
Okay. Would you do Van Dijk to Reguilon to get Haaland, Watkins? Sorry, I think the stream's lagging out, chat. Would you do Van Dijk to Reguilon to get Haaland, Watkins, Solanke instead of Adebayo and Darwin? No. I don't think I would, Trina. No. Hey, what team do you support? Manchester United. I think you're basically locked in. Why is the stream lagging out like that? Right. Stop asking questions. Get your teams locked in. You've got like 10 seconds. By the time you hear my voice, it's probably the deadline. That was an absolutely manic stream.
Oh no, I regret it already. Oh my god, I regret it. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey. Oh, Mrs. Raptor is stressing over there. You're fine. At least you didn't take a hit. You're 4 points up already. Listen, even if Ake does really well, you're 4 points up. So let's say worst case, Estepinian gets 2, Ake gets like 10. You're only like a few points behind. Right?
Yeah, but 26 as well.
Estepinian's got a great fixture.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You're fine.
Oh, that was that was the worst decision ever.
Wow, Adrian starts. Don't tell me that. Behave yourselves.
Don't say that either, because that makes it even worse for me.
I would die if that was the case. That would be a terrible transfer. I think people are just trolling, though. I can't imagine Adrian starts ahead of Kelleher.
Did you take the -4?
Yeah. Yeah, I brought Kelleher and Ake in. Chat, is the stream lagging for you? Like, is it blurry and lagging, or is it just on my end? I need to tweet out my team, actually. Make sure you stick around, by the way, because I will be carrying on streaming. No lag. Okay, it's just on my end. FPL Boona is... I had him muted, to be fair. What's Boona tweeting? Right. Let me tweet out my team.
No, that was such a bad decision. I should have prioritised getting Triple City. Why did I do that?
I don't think it is at all. I can't tell. Oh yeah, sorry, my camera's lagging. That's why it's lagging. My camera just needs to be reset. Why is everyone saying... I don't know if it's Is anyone reliable? What is this Adrian stuff? Is it just people being annoying? I can't imagine Adrian starts ahead of Kelleher. If that happens, then I've made a big mistake. We've all made a big mistake. Why? Stop being aggy when you're 6,900 people are watching you be aggy. Oh, still lagging.
They can't hear me.
No, but I can tell them your threats that you're threatening me if Kelleher doesn't start. No, I think it's just people. Yeah, no, it's just people trolling. That's fine. If it makes you happy to troll, you can troll.
Oh wow.
We had 11,000 people watching at one point. We have had 80,000 people in total watching.
That's so good. Well done.
Thanks. Adrian leaked it on his Snapchat. You can just all get in the bin. I'm not looking at the chat until you all agree to stop being trolls. I wanted to tweet my team. I was too busy trying to find out why you were all trolling me. Game week 25 team. Oh, chat, that was a stressful deadline, man. So many questions to get through. Stressful. You've been disrespecting the will recently, Ross. I haven't had time. Adrian's Snapchat is crazy. I know the things people say. So we did Trent to Ake. And then we did Dubrav. I can't believe I'm starting Pau Torres against Fulham with the defensive issues that they have. Why didn't I do? I should have just done Van Dijk. Oh, well. At least it saves me a hit down the line. I've got leaked on Adrian's OnlyFans. At least I've got Porro for the future now, which I'm glad about. We've got hello? Why is my phone not working? I hate my phone. I hate phones. Excuse me. Thank you. Haaland cap. ×3. Trent to Ake. Dubravka to Kelleher. Good luck, everyone. Is that done? Can I tweet that? Yeah. You do this so well, Ross. I'd hate to be you. Thanks. I appreciate it. Ross, if you had the opportunity at no cost, would you change Pau to Reguilon? No, probably not. Probably not. I'd change probably Porro to Reguilon, just to give me an extra option next week. Oh, goodness. I forgot to breathe for 2 hours then. Okay. I think my team's looking good, though. In fact, I think my team's looking great. Apart from Pau Torres, but can't have everyone. I think the team's looking good. Still, I'm going to get people to come and join. Still streaming. Right. Back to the stuff. Did you triple captain? I did, yes. Triple captain has been played. Why didn't you swap Porro and Taylor? It doesn't matter. Porro won't play anyway, so Taylor will come in. Doesn't matter which way around I have it. Do we even gain rank triple captain Haaland if everyone is doing it? The thing is, like, you need everyone to own, everyone to captain, and everyone to triple captain for him to not gain. I think Haaland's effective ownership will be 215%. 250%, 250. So it means that you will gain roughly 50% of whatever Haaland scores. Are you getting free KFC chicken? Maybe. Maybe. The typing speed is crazy. Yeah, I can type very fast. It's also quite a loud keyboard, but yeah, I can type quite quickly. What are your plans for today? Mrs. Rapture and I are going out for Valentine's dinner because we don't live together. So she comes to me at the weekend. So we're going out for our Valentine's dinner. And we're going to our favourite restaurant. So, yeah, it should be fun. Should be fun. Are we wildcarding next week? I'm not. I'm wildcarding 30 or 31. Petition for Ross to get a new camera. Maybe one day. What does effective ownership actually mean? It's a great question. So, if, try and follow me here for anyone that doesn't understand effective ownership. If everyone at whatever rank you're at owns the player, but no one captains the player, they would be 100% effective ownership. That means that you are gaining 0 of their points. If everyone at your rank, everyone owns that player, and everyone captains that player, they are at 200% effective ownership. If everyone at your rank all own the player, all captain the player, and all triple captain the player, they would be at 300% effective ownership. Why this becomes important, let's say we use Haaland as an example. Let's say everyone at your rank all owns Haaland and has all captained Haaland. Therefore, Haaland's effective ownership would be 200%. If you have only owned Haaland and you haven't captained him, that means you are losing 100% of Haaland's points because you gain 100%, but he's at 200% effective ownership. So you would lose 100%. Again, where that becomes important, for example, is let's say for this game week, let's say you've only captained Haaland and so many people triple captained him that his effective ownership is like 250%. You're only going to gain 200% of Haaland's points and you're losing 50% of them. Hope that makes sense. FPL Pickle is hot. She is. Jen said FPL Pickle is hot.
Who?
Jen.
Oh, thank you.
Another woman. So don't worry, it wasn't a creepy comment. Well, it could still be a creepy comment. Yeah, FPL Raptor, FPL Pickle is hot. She's looking hot right now. She looks a bit dishevelled, actually. She's in bed, got the duvet over her head. It didn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Oh, sorry, I tried. Sorry if that didn't make sense. There you go. You've got a friend. Jen wants to be your friend.
You are my friend.
She pouted like this. She went, just gave you an air kiss. Can I have FPL Pickle? No, piss off. Ross is hotter, thanks. It's definitely not true, but thank you. Why is our team called Jota Pad, though? Oh, it's a nerdy joke. I told you.
Do people not get it?
I don't think many people would. I think, unless you're a nerd, unless you've been at school recently, unless you use notepads a lot, I don't think people would, maybe. It took me like 10 seconds and I was like, oh, now I get it.
Frosty got Ake.
Did he?
Well, that's just even more rude. He got him for Comsa, though, to be fair.
I'm sure you've told this before, but how did you meet Mrs. Raptor? She watched my live streams and my... Jen really wants to be your friend. Be friends with Jen.
I need to get on the chat, so I don't even...
Sorry, what's the question? Oh, how did I meet Mrs. Raptor? She was in the deadline streams. Saw her comment a few times. She also followed me on Instagram. Joined the dots, realised she was very, 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 very attractive, as well as being also a lovely person. And I slid into her DMs. So basically, the YouTuber has worked. There she is. Pickle has joined.
Yeah, people don't understand Jota Pad. That's really sad.
Oh my god, can you hear my back?
No, I can hear you.
Oh, can I show them the... Oh no, I won't be able to show them the pickle card, will I? Because it's green. It won't work.
Do you want it?
It kind of will work. I can show them kind of. The green's going to be greened out. This is my Valentine's Day card to FPL Pickle. The pickles are out. The pickles are green, but it says you tickle my pickle and it's our two heads. It's not the most attractive picture of Iris, but you tickle my pickle. I liked it. I thought it was funny. I met Mrs. FPLB in prison. I have so many questions, Marcus. Salah starts. Wait, what? Don't tell me that. Does Salah actually start, or are you just trolling him? Why are people trolling? We don't usually have trolls in this stream. Don't be a troll. Salah's benched. Confirmed by Cop HQ. Salah is definitely on the bench.
Salah starts in goal.
Jota pad equals Jota pad. Yeah. Oh, now we know what she looks like. I showed you a better picture of than that.
Oh, I didn't even. I forgot that my photo was on it.
Okay. It's quite a nice picture. It was only small anyway. You are cheesing though, innit? Big smile.
It's not great, but
FPL pickle for top 10 overall. I wouldn't be surprised, Jen. I wouldn't.
I think I've messed it up after this game week.
No, it's Ake. Don't panic about Ake. I mean, is it Ake's birthday tomorrow? Yes. Is he going to score a header for his birthday? Yes. She does not look happy.
You told me to not sell Poro yesterday, and then you were telling me to sell Poro today.
Tony just confirmed Kelleher and Bradley start. Love that Valentine's Day card. Shall I show him the card you got me?
Yeah.
This is the card. This is the card from Mrs. Raptor. Bit of a cheeky one. Bit cheeky. Don't papercut yourself. Yeah, let me check FPL Tony, sorry. I was too busy talking about Valentine's Day. Why are you upset?
No, I'm not really upset.
Are you upset about Ake still? Oh, every time I type in Tony, it doesn't...
I don't even want to tweet. That's how sad I am right now.
Oh, no, tweet your team. Go on.
I don't know what to say about it though.
Kelleher and Bradley both start. Awesome. Kelleher starts.
Oh, that's good at least.
So you can remove your threats from earlier. Outrageous behaviour.
I spent 2 hours planning my moves to keep Poro in, then you tell me to sell Poro.
I got caught up in the double game week hype.
Talk about throwing the spanner in the works.
A little way to say thanks. Sadly, I deviate from your picks these past few weeks to be less template, but I ended with consecutive red arrows. I learnt my lesson. Oh, I don't think deviating from what I suggest will get you red arrows, but yeah, don't be different just for the sake of it, I guess. Marry Pickle or top 100 finish. Definitely top 100 finish. I'll be marrying you anyway, so I don't have to choose it here. I choose the top 100 finish here because I would never finish in the top 100, and then I marry you anyway. Then I get the best of both. Save that one, chat. That was close, wasn't it? That was really close. Have you got your wildcard left, or have you used it? Yeah, I'm going to be wildcarding in 30 or 31. Is FPL Pickle really Ross's girlfriend? Yeah. What was the knock for? What does that mean? I don't get the joke. What was your opening DM to Pickle? I think that's something like, thanks for being a great moderator, because I made her a moderator. Even though she wasn't. She fell asleep during my stream. She still falls asleep during my stream. She's in all honesty, FPL Pickle is a terrible moderator.
I didn't fall asleep today.
You didn't because you were stressing, to be fair.
Yeah,
Thought she's your sister. No, my sister is a different person. I do have a sister, though. Why is everyone saying touch wood? What? Why did two people in quick succession say touch wood? Oh, knock, knock, knock. Wait, what's happening? Do you know what's happening? Wait, I'm confused. What's the joke? Very confused. I'm a bit slow. And she watches Let's Talk FPL in bed. She does, actually.
You got KDB in?
Oh, you know that because you're watching stream.
No, I was supposed to.
Wait, I'm so confused. Wait, what does the knock mean?
You missed the comment.
Oh, knock twice if you've been kidnapped or something like that.
It was knock 3 times if you need help or something.
Oh, no, no. Why would you do that? Because people think that it's real. Can you stop this behaviour? I'm going to be demonetized. Wood has been touched. Touch wood. What is happening? I've missed the joke. I'm so confused. Please don't touch your wood on stream. I already am. Where's the other hand? No, I'm joking. I'm not really. Here it is. Hello.
Have a good day at work, Frosty.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Frosty. I have to take my leave because of work. This is your work, Frosty, so stop being a slacker. No, but have a good day. I appreciate it.
FPL Doctor, that's outrageous. outrageous. I could be working with him one day. You never know.
What did he say?
He said he's your girlfriend in school.
No, she's not. Well, she's technically in university, but she's a postgrad.
FPL doctor, I'm also going to be a healthcare professional, so...
Yep. Not someone going through all of the people that follow me on Instagram and listing them all and saying, is her name one of these?
Oh my god, are you serious?
And one sec, I'm going to mute.
I saw it.
You won't know her name, but anyway. Did you two actually meet through FPL? Yes. Yes, I promise you, through the stream. Best of luck, Ross X Pickle. Thank you, Chai. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I've had a mare.
She thinks she's had a mare, but she's not
I
really.
have had a mare. I'm very sad.
What tickles your pickle?
What tickles my pickle?
My pickle or my pickle or my pickle?
Food tickles my pickle.
She loves food. She's a foodie. Loved your stream. Enjoy your dinner later. Thank you. We will. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, it'll be so.
It's Greek food. So
Oh, tzatziki.
yeah, we're gonna get tzatziki. We're gonna get tzatziki, hummus, some bread, probably chicken chicken. They're the Invisalign. That stuff. Chicken souvlaki. It's rude to sit inside with a hat on, Ross. You're just trying to get me to get my egg out. Oh, there you go. My sister just messaged me now. My sister messaged me and Luke, who's her fiance, pretty much listened to your whole stream today. We loved it. The girls said you was on the TV because you are special.
Oh.
That's my two nieces. My nieces are so cute. I love them.
I'll send you my horrible team.
Just give me your phone. If you want.
Huh? Pardon?
You can just give me your phone if you want.
Oh, okay.
But the issue is I can't show it anymore. For some reason, my green screen, when I go to green screen, it doesn't like show it properly.
I'm gutted. I can't even get into this.
Oh, you can't really see it. Oh, have you tweeted it? Oh, I know what I can do. Send it to me.
Okay.
I'll bring it up. Yeah, send it to me and I'll bring it up on the stream. I can bring it up as a picture. What's FPL Pickle's favourite cuisine?
Probably Indian.
I think we're the same. It's like Indian, maybe Italian. Yeah. Indian, maybe Italian. Although I do like Greek as well.
I just love spicy food. Obsessed.
Yeah, I like spicy food as well. Although spicy food doesn't like me. Right, I'm going to try now. I don't know how this is going to go. I might break the entire stream. If I do that, and then do, where's downloads, that, and then, okay, we're getting somewhere. Whoa, Pickle, your team is big on my screen.
Does Pickle even like pickles? Yes, I like pickles.
I think that was the whole point,
That's
wasn't it?
why I'm FPL Pickle, because I like pickles.
That's Pickle's team on the stream. For a second, I can leave it there.
Oh, dear.
Hopefully you can see that. FPL Reddit says that Bradley starts get in.
Oh my god.
What? Yeah, I thought that.
That's funny.
Definitely not.
Wait, how have they found that?
Don't know.
That means you follow or something. Outrageous behaviour.
Pickle has the same double game week players as me. Who's she got? So she's got Darwin, Diogo, Foden, Haaland, Kelleher. So we've got the same double game week players basically, but you've got Saliba instead of Ake. And Estepinian instead of Pau. Is that the only difference on our teams? So it's Estepinian and Saliba versus Pau and Ake. I prefer your team, in all honesty.
I'm so sad. See, now everyone's saying not tripping upon City is outrageous. I know. That's why I'm sad. I bottled it, guys. I bottled
I
it.
don't. No, it's not. No.
Estepinian better haul. He owes it to me right now.
Can you give her a? Can you give us a tour of your room, Ross? I mean, mate, it's a room. So, desk here. You could even take a picture of me to show stream what I can see. Desk here. Bed right next to me, which is where FPL Pickle is. There's a green screen here. I've got a kitchen here, a bathroom way at the back, and then there's like a tiny little bit of space where I can walk. It's a studio, so it's very, very small where I live. It's not that small, actually. That's a lie. Have you ever tried rubbing mustard on your head for hair growth? No. We could try that. You want to rub mustard on my head?
I like your egg.
Oh, she said she likes the egg. Since Ross got a girlfriend, he doesn't take his shirt off anymore. Ross, how often does Pickle slap your bald head? Not as much as you'd think, actually. What's wrong? Are you stressed about Ake?
I'm stressed.
Right, relax, lay down, chill. FPL Pickle's having a midlife crisis over here. Are you in the Midlands? Yeah, I live in Nottingham.
I don't like this game. Has Pickle ever scrambled your egg? Yes.
Oh my god. I was laying on, like, Pickle was, like, I was being like a little baby, basically, but I was laying on Pickle's legs, and she, like, jolted my head up the other day with her knee, and I was like, oh, like that, and as she jolted my head up with her knee, she stuck her finger in my eye. Not on purpose, but I just got smacked in the back of the head, and then I got a finger in the eye, so yes, she has scrambled my egg.
Oh, I was thinking more like mentally.
Oh, also yes. Are you originally from Nottingham? No, I'm not from Nottingham. I'm from Essex. Essex. I'm from Essex. Why don't you stream together with Mrs. Pickle? She's a little bit of a shy girl.
I'm not into the whole being public
Ooh.
thing, at least right now.
Piece of my chair just detach. Weird couple, by the way. Cheers, Danny. Violence is never the answer. Thank you. At least someone told her. Are your babies going to be called pickled eggs? Yes. I think if we start a podcast together, it has to be called Pickled Egg. What part of Essex? I am from Loughton. Or if you pronounce things correctly, Loughton. If Pickle started as a content creator, who would have the most views? Definitely her. What did you study at uni? I did a bachelor's degree in psychology. I did a master's degree in sport and exercise psychology, and I'm doing a PhD in sports psychology, and I'm also lecturing in sports psychology. How many times can you say psychology? Do you both go to the gym together? We do. We'll be going tomorrow to do a leg day. What age did you go bald? Like 3 or 4? No, but really, when I went like bad bald was like 19, and I shaved my head when I was 20. Found a girl playing FPL. God has his favourites. I know. And she doesn't even support an offensive team. She supports Aston Villa. Like, how amazing is that? If she was an Arsenal fan, that's just a no. I'm in Buckhurst Hill, Ross. Oh, awesome. Most of my best friends used to live in Buckhurst Hill. I was in Buckhurst Hill like every week. I really like the area. It's a very expensive area to live, though. But it's a nice area. One of my best mates actually still lives in Buckhurst Hill. The community misses Nana Raptor. I'm pretty sure Nana Raptor's watching right now. Nana Raptor has never missed a deadline stream. Genuinely.
She's so cute.
I'm not even lying there. It's not like, oh, she's missed. She just doesn't miss them. She's even like refused to go and do things on a Saturday morning because of my deadline streams. She's absolutely a legend. She's probably watching right now. Glad you don't have the bad Essex accent. Yeah, I know. It's not too strong, is it? Does anyone know if Conor Bradley will start? Yeah, he's predicted to start. Why don't you live in London, Ross? I'm doing a PhD in Nottingham, so. How old are you? 26. I'm 27 in... What is that, 6 weeks? 5, 6 weeks? Why did Pickle follow Andy and vice captain Jota? Because she's obsessed with him. She copies everything he does.
I didn't even... Did he? I actually didn't even change my vice captain.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm not being defensive, I was just saying.
How is life in Nottingham? Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Ross, when I go to the UK, we can gym together. Sorry, Pickle. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's lift some heavy weights and talk FPL. Where did you originally live, Ross? Essex. But then I did... Oh, Nana... My heart. I can't cope. There you go. There's Nana Raptor. Nana Raptor said, I am listening, my darling. My heart. The best nan in the world. How old is Mrs. Raptor? Should we give that information? Yeah. Yeah. Stop being a grumpy puss.
Sorry, I'm trying to write my tweet.
No, okay. She's 22. Shout out Nana Raptor, Mama Raptor, and Mubama. Shout out Mubama. I'm watching you from Syria. Big love to Syria, Ahmed. What's the plan after you get your PhD? Full-time YouTube. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Why not? You know? I think I'm going to commit. Petition to start an FPL course in college and uni. Some of my seminars basically turn into an FPL course, I'm not going to lie. Lineups are out. They are in a minute, yeah. I would watch you forever. Oh, thank you. Do you chat FPL with your students? Absolutely. What percentage of your students know you do YouTube? Word gets around really quickly. Like at the start of the year, it's about 10 to 15% know that I do YouTube. But then they tell other people. So it ends up being like a third of my students know I do FPL, YouTube. And then they end up following me on like TikTok and YouTube and stuff. And I'm like, I need to make sure there's probably students watching right now and I need to be behaving myself really, don't I? Apparently Pinnock's bench, someone just said. That sucks if you started Pinnock. Right, there's the team. Bradley starts, Jota starts, Darwin starts, Diaz starts. It was the team that was going round. Salah is on the bench, so as is Gakpo. At least Kelleher starts this one. I would imagine that he starts the next one as well. Is the news true that Pinnock doesn't start? That's really terrible if you brought in Pinnock this week. I thought he was like fully nailed. Oh, he's not even in the squad.
Who?
Pinnock.
Oh.
I don't think he is anyway. What do you all know him?
Nothing.
Go on.
Nothing to say.
Do you think all sport teams should have a designated full-time psychologist? I think they should have several. I think they should have 4 or 5 sports psychs. Because different sports psychs do different things, right? Like some sports psychs we focused on like leadership, communication. Some sports psychologists we focused on more clinical stuff like depression, anxiety, stress, pressure. My sports psychology background is in improving performance. So I'm like trying to find how can we find 1% improvements in performance via what we do in training. So like different sports psychologists do different things. Don't scrolling live on Twitter. That's brave. To be fair, with the way that Twitter is at the moment, I actually kind of agree with you. It's like I won't want to say the word because it's demonetized me, but it's definitely not suitable for work a lot of the time. It's awful. I have to keep like blocking accounts. Will you do more content with Storms? Yeah, I plan to, as long as he's up for it, but you should be, I reckon. So yeah, definitely want to. Want to play again, red or black? I feel really bad if you're betting large amounts of money. I'd switch it up and go black if it was me. How impressive do you find Novak Djokovic's mentality and psychology? Yeah, there are lots of impressive athletes out there. I'll be honest, I don't watch enough tennis to talk about that in detail, though. Before you go, could you answer who you would have gone with between Garnacho and Watkins? I would have started Watkins. Would you take a job at football team in psychology if it means having to stop YouTube? No. Working as a psychologist at a football team isn't a great job if you want to start a family and settle down, because you have to travel a lot, especially when they go on tour and stuff like that. Every weekend, you'll often have to travel with the team, so you lose your weekends. Like when you're supposed to spend time with your kids and your wife, so I wouldn't do that. Yeah, he's got an ankle injury, Pinnock. Not ideal. Ross, who is your favourite Premier League player to watch? Same with the missus. Phil Foden. Who's yours? I'll give her a bit of time to think, just put her on the spot. I'd say Phil Foden for me. He's my favourite player to watch. You love watching Kevin, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I love Kevin. Yeah.
Yeah, she loves Kevin De Bruyne. Every time she watches him, she gets excited.
We'll never forget when I predicted his injury.
That was so sad. Yeah, I know.
Did they even know about
No, when Kevin got his bad injury, she said something along the lines of, "I'm really worried he's going to pick up an injury in this game."
I didn't say that, but before the game, I said I'm really worried about him. That's what I said.
Mm.
And then he got injured. Like I don't know how. It wasn't that far into the game. Was
About
it?
20 minutes, yeah.
I just had this like. I felt like a mom. I was like, I'm really worried about him.
That's disgraceful from a Man United fan. Yeah. I understand what you mean. Won again. God, I'm on a roll. Thanks, bro. We're only doubling the bet. Won 200 from 200. Bed now because it's 3:30 a.m. Have a good day, bro. You too, mate. I'm glad what have I won you then? $500. Jeez. I guess this is why you get the highs of gambling. This is why I don't gamble. May I ask why you're doing a PhD in psychology if you plan to do YouTube full time? Yeah, no, that's fine. The reason for I didn't start my YouTube until during my PhD. So I only started YouTube 2.5 years ago, and I was already like half a year to a year inside my PhD. And I'm obviously going to finish my PhD. I didn't ever for a million years expect this would be the case. Like I'm sat here in front of 3,000 people, 90,000 people have watched this live stream. Like if you'd have told me that 2 years ago, that is mental. I still find that mental. Like the amount of people that sit here and watch me every week is bonkers. Have you considered shaving your missus's head, Egg? I don't know. She already looks quite eggy.
I do.
Dubravka, Kanate, Estepinian, Bradley, KDB, Nacho, Foden, Jota, Captain, Palmer, Tony, Haaland. What are your thoughts? Lots of characters left, so here's a poem. Egg, what a head, Incred. That's my favourite super chat. That's a lovely team. You've got some real nice options there. Kanate's a differential. Tony, not many people have. Starting Palmer. Garnacho, Jota, Captain. I mean, it's a very different team, but I love it. How long is a PhD? Ain't it 2 years? It's usually 3 or 4 years. Normally 3 if you just go full-time with no years in placement. 4 years if you need some additional time or you have a year in placement. And then mine is a part-time PhD, so it's 5 years. The reason it's part-time is because I'm lecturing as well. Do you run? What is your best 5K time? I don't run. It's about 25 and a half, 26 minutes, something like that. I don't think I've ever managed to get under 25, but it's just over 25. But I'm not a runner, so... I only go Vegas once every 2 years or so. I don't usually gamble. Thought it was worth involving for fun. Yeah, no, it was fun. Thank you for involving me, mate. And well done for winning as well.
Have you seen my comment on my tweet? Someone said 6K, that's insane. You're better than FPL, mate, now, no doubt. Not even you.
Yeah, you're better than everyone. You got the higher rank than any content creator, like big content creator.
I'm so... I don't know what I've done.
Ross, I missed the deadline and didn't triple captain. Am I screwed? No, you could be in a good position.
I think I'm just annoyed that I've just made the most pointless move ever that's not really got that much upside. At least I don't think so.
Save points. Could save a pen. You never know. Did you say what your PhD is in? It's in the role of virtual reality in elite sport. So I'm working with some Prem clubs to implement virtual reality and then doing a few bits of research myself. Ross, I have no hair. Nice. Neither do I. There you go, look. Egg. There's my egg for you. Just, oh God, my hat was digging in my head there.
I guess my team's a bit different. I haven't seen anyone else with my team.
It is different, yeah, because you've got Estepinian in there. You've got double Arsenal defence. Kelleher. It's a slightly different team. But you've also got most of the major bases covered. So eggy. Looking good. Woo, egg, egg, egg. What's Pickle's rank? About 6k.
It is 6k. Very much.
So what is it, 6 point?
It's like 6,070 or something.
It's not quite 6k. Yeah, no, she's 6k. No temptation to change to FPL egg. Do you wear a cap everywhere you go or just on stream? Yeah, pretty much everywhere I go. But often I'll wear my cap like this. But obviously I don't really do this on the stream because well, it's not too bad, but it covers up my face a bit. I feel like it's a bit rude. I could wear it like this though. I also like, the thing is, if I'm wearing it frontwards, I've got other caps. These are just 2 caps that I can wear. But I don't always... this is the cap underneath, the main cap it's my favourite cap turned round. Like some caps, I'll show you what I mean. Let me, oh God, I just dropped them all. Let me show you what I mean. This is what this cap looks like this way around. I just don't like the look of it. It doesn't look right. But where it's like this way, looks fine. So yeah, the situation. I do sometimes wear this hat as well. This one looks fine. It's basically the same. I like this thick strap here. Game's updated. Okay, let me stop. I'm so confused what happened while we were in. Okay?
Sen has it.
Apparently. But I wouldn't trust chat sometimes, you know. How many Big Macs do you think you could eat, Ross? I think I could do 6. 2. My appetite's pretty poor.
Oh, yeah.
Does Pickle have a sister? I'm single. She does, but not for you. She's not single. How many hats can he get on? Should I go get some hats and see how many hats I can get on?
Go on then.
No. Can you
Where
get...
are your hats?
They're in my wardrobe. I can do that in a second. Are you telling me the game's updated? Because I don't want to refresh and then it's...
It has, yeah.
It has updated. Okay.
Oh, man.
Right.
I'm scared about KDB, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, Lord. Don't look at next week.
Mine doesn't look that awful.
Yeah, you're in a much better position than I am.
It would have been nicer if I'd had Ake though. The thing is, if I'd sold Porro, I would have played like a 5-3-2 or something, which would have just been a bit weird.
Is there any temptation to captain Saka next week?
No.
Oh, God, that is a horrible 4 at the back, isn't it? Oh, I need to get Kelleher out as well. Okay, it's not that bad. If Taylor and Powell are fine, it's a -4 to replace Jota and Darwin, isn't it? And I've got 11 players. Good team. Good position.
Yeah, same.
How many hats do you own? Right, I'm going to get my hats. One sec, chat. Be right back. Right, chat, are we ready? Right, we need to think about this. I bought beanies with me, but I don't know how the beanies would work, you know? Yes, I have that Claudette still. One sec, Claudette. I want to find it. Where is it? Is it here? One sec. Code. I can't find it. I think it's somewhere else. Anyway. Oh. Panting. Right. 1. 2. Oh god, this is. I'm gonna have to make him a bit. Okay, that's fine. 3. Oh god, I have to like scoot down so that you can see this situation. Okay. Next hat. It's quite a nice hat actually. I like this one a lot. Oh god. Okay. Wow, he's so bald. It's just rude. Nice little Under Armour hat. Okay. Oh god, this isn't working very well, chat.
That looks great.
Okay. Next, Adidas hat. Oh.
If your head didn't already look big.
She said if your head didn't already look big. F1 hat.
Oh, nice.
It's not really, but
I've never seen Harvey's before.
pink hat. This is working surprisingly well. This is my only hat left. Oh my god, my head's so heavy.
I was about to say, does it feel heavy?
Oh my god, my head's so heavy. Now, chat, don't tell me that this isn't prime. Are you going to take a picture of me? I'm not, don't tell me this isn't prime YouTube content. You know? Why would you want to do it? My head feels so heavy. Too much cap this game week. This is this is. Do you know what this is? This is FPL Harry when he says he's going to take a -12. Cap. Yeah, go tell Harry that I've roasted him. Are you still recording me? This better not go on Twitter. Mrs. Raptor was recording me from the side.
I think I need to
Let me
watch some
see.
clips of that. It's like a 40-second clip.
I want to see how fat and ugly I look from the all way. There you go. There's behind the scenes. Oh my god, that's so heavy. No, I just zoomed in my face. Oh my lord.
You look so happy.
Right. Oh my god, that was heavy. Heavy's the head that wears the crown.
What a song, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Shout out Storm.
Yeah, I know. Just don't mind me just quoting my boy. Harry has called you out on Misfits. Can you imagine? Oh god, there's a mark on my head where all those caps were. I'm really hungry. Are you hungry? Egg and avo?
Probably contributing to my stress.
Yeah, I know. Hangry. You are hangry. Egg avo bacon?
Yeah.
Yeah? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, egg avo and bacon on seeded bread.
Ooh, lovely. Yum, yum, yum.
Alfie Haaland is triple captain his son this week. Well, that means there's no funeral then. Well, no, there is a funeral.
Thank you.
There is a funeral, but that means the funeral is not affected. Triple captain Raptor. Ross with the sextuple cap chip. How many was there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hats I had on. Avo and seeded bread is very middle class.
Is it?
It is
Oh,
slightly.
yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm a middle class man. What can I
We're
say?
far from middle.
No, yeah, we are.
Not gonna lie, guys.
So you mean avo and bacon on your head?
True. And get some bread and just.
Funeral cancelled. Confirmed. No, I didn't mean it in that way. This is the content we subscribe for. You know me. Which games are you watching? I haven't decided yet. What are the games? So Liverpool first. Yeah, we'll probably watch the Liverpool game because we've got triple Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we might watch the Man City game later. But then we'll be going out for dinner after that. Oh no, we'll have time to. Yeah, might watch the Man City game.
Oh, I forgot about draft.
Oh, not draft. Oh, that's a disaster in a double.
No.
Why do we always forget about draft? I love mocking
You
our
know
accent.
what? I was gonna
Draft.
I was gonna
Draft.
I was trying to log on to draft yesterday on the train. I just couldn't. So I just
Oh
set it
my
up again.
god, my team for next week and the blank is awful. Let me see. Is it better for this week?
Oh gosh, I think it's just a write-off. I think draft, to be honest.
Oh, mine's bad. Although I do have no, my team's actually decent. I lied.
Oh.
But I do have. I'm gonna have to play Sterling against Man City.
That's not.
But I have a Kanji. Do you know what, chat? I can show you my draft. I kind of forgot I was streaming. I was just having a chat with you. I completely forgot I was streaming there. My bad. Let me show you my draft. By the way, if you say things like draft and bath, you're incorrect.
No.
Draft.
It's not draft.
Chat. Is it A, draft, or B, draft?
Draft.
Just say A or B.
Let me know what the verdict is.
A is draft. B is draft. Which is it? Anyway, there's my draft. A, B, 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 A, B, A.
Well, it depends.
Yelena, what do you mean B? You are the most southern person I've ever known. You wouldn't say draft. Right, you know what? I'm going to run a poll.
Oh god, I've got Bernardo in draft. Oh jeez.
Okay,
Oh, I've got Salah.
which pronunciation is best? Is he starting for you, though?
Who?
Salah.
Probably not.
Which pronunciation, I mean, is correct? God, I can't. Why are you lagging? Hello? Oh, God, my stream's broken. Is correct. A, B. So A is draft. How would I phonetically do draft? Draft.
My team for 26 and
Draft.
It's not great, but
Okay.
it's not the worst thing.
Chat, tell me which pronunciation is correct. We're going to do a poll. A is draft, and then B is loud.
Draft.
Draft. Bath. Laugh.
I'll always side with Pickle. Oh, love yells.
I think she just wants to side against me, in all honesty. But
I wanna eat McDonald's with yells, to be honest.
did you hear that, Yelena? Pickle wants to eat McDonald's with you.
I reckon we could eat the entire menu within 10 minutes.
I would genuinely say I've never seen two women eat quite like Pickle and Yelena. Like, it's quite a sight to see. I've never seen two people tuck away food quite like that. Wild.
I've got a decent appetite.
Decent. One way of looking at it.
Yeah, I've always had a very good appetite. Even as a little ill pickle when I was younger, I had a good appetite.
Yeah, you do love your food. Oh, my camera's gone. Do you know what? That might be the sign. That might be the sign. And 55% of people think I'm correct. So that means I'm always right. All right, chat. I think I'm going to leave it there because my camera's gone for it again. And this feels like a good opportunity to eat food because I'm absolutely starving. I love you all very much. Thank you for being here. It was an absolutely manic stream, but it was a very enjoyable one nonetheless. And I will catch you again very, very soon. Have a great weekend, and hopefully all of our triple captain Haalands absolutely smash it. Bye, guys.